Hi, what's up, L Lord J? Kamui, say hello.
Hello, hello.
And
What
Kamui,
is
what are we intro topicing today?
the community polls?
Ooh, interesting.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I was just
Cam
telling
Cam's
Kamui.
favorite. Cam Cam's favorite.
I was just telling Kamui before stream how we got, regardless of engagement, because it's like normal engagement. Well, now it is. It's absurd compared to what it was like even a month ago. But like, this is normal engagement now, like 100 to 200 votes per poll. Shout out Daigo for teaching me the picture polls. But the comments on these are ridiculous, okay? So we'll just start from like, it's just counting the comments. So we'll start from here. There's 29 on this one. Again, it's probably like, peas in a pod numbers to you. That's not how you correctly use that term, but it's peas in the pod numbers to you. We got 15 spitting in the bucket with that one. We got 19 here. Oh, pish posh. We got 10 here. It's not even a poll. We got 23 on this one, and then we got 66 on the latest one 9 hours ago. 66 comments, 147 votes. It's like 50%.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
Was it? Well, I mean, I've noticed for a while at least that the picture polls just do better. But
And he didn't say a
I know that you've
word.
been doing the other way because of the fifth
Wow.
option. But did it like? Did you just? I haven't been paying enough attention
I
over
started
there.
doing
Okay.
them like a few weeks
Um.
ago. It was after Daigo told us to start doing them. And so,
Yeah, because you just get more votes for whatever reason. It just
well, he was
does.
explaining it because not only is it longer, so it just takes up more of the screen, which makes it harder to scroll past, but also the pictures are a lot more appeasing to the eye than just text anyway, so people are more likely to stop,
That's what I figured.
especially if it's something they recognize, like Boruto.
I figured it's almost like a good thumbnail to where it just makes people want to click on it. Basically, how I interpret it. But I had seen the results before. You just get more votes.
Fair. So I
Not as many
didn't
as I used to,
I wasn't planning on
but
going over the stuff on stream as an intro to the stream, but Kamui wanted to. He doesn't have
I just
anything
asked
in
you.
particular planned, and so I obviously just said that I didn't. So we're just going into this blind. I've already technically read all these and hearted and whatever all of these, but yeah. So I don't know where you wanted to start, which one you wanted to start with, but.
I was just saying whichever ones you thought were particularly interesting. Like I'm not even looking right now. I'm
Oh,
checking out the store.
oh, fair enough. Okay, well,
But I was hoping you would just like I was like if you just had some in mind, you could just tell me.
well, chat. Are there any in particular that stand out to you in terms of these comments? Yo, 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 hey station, what's up, yoo-hoo, yo, yo, hey station. Okay, well, Dux reminded us that he dropped the Boruto series in the OW arc. If that, there you go.
From I thought you were gonna say like recently, I was like, he never really was like doing it. He was just experiencing it through which I think is the funniest way to do it. Like
Yeah. So this comment's a little interesting.
somebody's got to do it.
We've kind of already talked about this, but this comment says we don't know this. Blah blah blah. It's responding to the original poll, but so why? So we don't know why Jura and Ninetales said that this world is mysterious. First of all, I think we kind of get the idea. It's because they are having a lot of questions about the world, but and so continue.
Because it is.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Like, why is that red box red? Because it is.
It's just
But
no deep think about it. Like
yeah. The God who created the universe put many things like we don't even know why humans existed. It's mysterious too. If Jura, Tintails, doesn't know how can you expect Ninetales to know the truth?
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like I don't think it's. I mean, the interesting part is just the fact that both of them said it, but beyond that, it's kind of just like, um, that's it. Like, it's
so
interesting that they both asked the question, but nothing more.
the thing with this though is, again, I go back to the question of how much does Jura actually know? Because again, he was born with knowledge in general, and I feel like we just don't know the full extent of the knowledge. Like, how did he learn to speak? He has to have some sort of memory. The Tin Tails couldn't speak, so
Well, that's where it's honestly everybody hates this, but part of this might be a little bit of anime bullshit science where it's just like nonsensical. He just can because the story needed it to be that way.
yeah.
Because otherwise you have to spend like what 3 arcs of Jura learning how to talk. No, we're not doing that. Um, and then, but otherwise, so it is weird because pretty much 98% of the things he says and does is referring to like the books he.
Yeah. Kamui. Yep, he muted. Okay, well, it looks like Kamui's talking to someone. I should probably be quiet in case he's. Okay, well, Oodie is
Oh
gone.
wait, oh
Oh,
wait, there we go.
hey.
I wasn't, I wasn't supposed to have been muted.
Oh, God.
It probably had to do with the whole turning on the car, Bluetooth shenanigans. But anyway,
I thought someone
okay.
approached you
So
in the
I don't
store
know
and you're
where.
like, oh, shoot. Hey, what's up? What do you need?
Um, no. I was actually thinking about it on the way there. I think if I happen to see someone, I kind of want to like leave it off mute just because I think it'd be really funny. I was thinking it was
Yeah.
like some funny ass like situation, but it didn't happen. I
Remember,
didn't see
that's
him
what
at the
I did
story
with
note, but
Brandon that one time.
yes, way back in the intro days. But I like want to have more like of those situations, but part of the problem is when we stream, it's highly unlikely to run into someone at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. Uh, it's just less likely.
Oh my god.
But
Kamui,
anyway,
I have more divine lore. So for the context of the stream, before I started the stream, I was in the stage waiting for Kamui. Someone named Divine from this Discord joined, this guy right here. And so I was just talking to him or whatever. He's just like, hey, what's up? Hey, Divine, we're just waiting for Kamui. We're going to start the stage. We're going to start stream, whatever, blah, blah. And then Kamui joins. Divine leaves the call, or the audience. Then he leaves the Discord at 10:51. But here's something that I didn't see earlier, Kamui. Divine left a message in the podcast chat at 10:50, a minute before he left, with a bunch of like sweat smile is what it's called, sweat smile emojis, and then can't talk right now, sorry. So I'm wondering, like, he clearly didn't have bad blood with leaving the Discord. Like, maybe we scared him off. Was he shy like a deer? Is it yandere situation? Is he going to be coming back? It would be soon.
does he just leave the server when he's not talking and rejoin when he wants to talk? I don't.
Yeah, like maybe it was like an audio glitch from his perspective or something. I don't know. Maybe someone abducted him.
I thought maybe like at first the way the story was going, I thought maybe he hates me, and so he left when he realized I was going to be there. But it doesn't appear to be the case based on that last part.
That's true. Well, you joined at
Maybe it was what I was going to say.
10:50.
Maybe it's one of Mello's henchmen. It's like James from the YouTube community polls. He's just here
Crazy.
to spy.
He is from Daigo's server, so shout out Daigo.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you joined at 10:50 after he commented that thing at 10:50, and then he left at 10:51. So he left when you got here, and he was in here for like a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
that's what I'm saying. That's a little bit suspicious.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he was only in here for like a minute, considering I started the stage at 10:49. He was in here for about 2 minutes. There you go. No one cares.
It's an interesting one. We'll continue to unravel this mystery, hopefully in the
The
near
others,
future,
James.
as we gather more information. We'll be using our spies, Rain, to be lurking around.
All
But
right.
anyway, back to Jura. So I don't remember where I left
Because
off,
was
but
approached by Jura.
pretty much everything Jura references, not everything, but almost everything, is in reference to a book he's read. It's like, I read this in a book, this was in a book, that was in a book, and so on. But the the two ones that stand out from not being in a book are A, immediately after he was born, he starts explaining, what the divine trees are supposed to do. Now, I seriously, I feel like he just was born with that knowledge. And then the other one is the Senrigan. He just like knew that Ada was watching with the Senrigan when Bug like went to talk to her. So if I don't feel like he read that in a book, maybe it's an off chance, but I feel like there's not a book on the Senrigan, like just realistically speaking.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's probably has, I don't want to say Utsuki knowledge, but like knowledge about Utsuki and Ten Tails related things. So, like he knows how a divine tree works, probably what the Utsuki do, maybe Utsuki abilities, like maybe like Momoshiki, he just knows all Shinjutsu, for example. But outside of that, I don't think he knows anything he hasn't read. That's just my guess.
Yeah. Again, I keep going back to this, but like Kashin Koji, the reason he was able to like talk from birth seemingly is just because he has Jiraiya's memories slash experience slash whatever, or some fragments of it to some degree, to some extent, seemingly.
I don't know if that's why he can speak, because in their cases, like, I'm going to use a different example. The same alien, but the fabrications. They were just born with that. They just were born as like
They probably
16
had
year olds or
something added
whatever,
on
and
top
they
of
just
them,
have.
though.
So let's ignore them. Then Mitsuki. Mitsuki was just born as a like 8 year old,
But
and he
he's
just had
Orochimaru's
8 year old
clone.
cognitive abilities.
So he has Orochimaru's
Yeah, but Mitsuki does
some
not.
level
It
of
never
knowledge.
once implied to have Orochimaru's memories. There is zero indication that he has
Not
Orochimaru's
memories, but
memories.
that's the explanation for him. But I bring this up because this is important, because as goofy as this sounds, we
Why
see
is
it.
that
We see
why
in
is that the explanation rather than an explanation?
but okay, we see in the Naruto verse the fact that babies are born without the ability to speak and that they have to learn it. So it's not just real life. This applies to
Yeah,
the
but that
series
doesn't mean
itself.
that
So we have to question it.
but that doesn't mean that memories has to be the avenue for which that happened for Mitsuki. It could be whatever else they want to
No,
do,
I'm not saying
but
it's
it doesn't
memories.
have to be
I'm saying
memories.
it's not that he's remembering how to speak. It's that the reason he's able to speak is because he just already has the knowledge carried over from Orochimaru. It's almost like an
Correct.
instinct to where it's the same as like eating. The reason you
That's
know to
what
consume food is because your parents and grandparents and generations of parents
I'm saying, but that's
did that.
different from that. That's a different way of phrasing it from memories. Yeah, it's
Okay,
literally, you literally
sure.
have like instincts to do it, but regardless, my point though is
That's
with
where the
Mitsuki,
instincts came from.
yes, it's likely a carried over innate knowledge that he just has from Orochimaru. I'm just making a firm distinction between that and memories. With Kashin Koji, we did get a sliver of a different feeling in terms of like him being like, maybe it's just nostalgia. Like it's like not necessarily a memory, but it's like a deeper feeling of Jiraiya. Like, I mean, you could interpret it as like the same thing, just a carryover knowledge slash feelings of the cloner, the person being cloned. In Orochimaru's case, he feared that for Mitsuki, At least that's what he told Locke. Like, yeah, I don't want you guys to be like me. So you could just interpret it as the same thing, but I don't know. But
Yeah, that's fair
it's
enough.
like, but he picked it up from his dad
Shout out
just
Money Man.
from birth. He's just born with it.
Money Man out here talking about girls again. um, I will say, so this is what I comment back to the guy. I say the Ten Tails is a seed. It's alive / sentient, but doesn't have anything beyond instinct. But now that they've awakened conscious desire and formed rational thinking, they may be able to access their quote unquote memories and actually conclude on things from who knows how long ago, or even memories from the original Divine Tree / maybe Shibai.
I mean, yeah, it depends on how, it depends on exactly how the Ten Tails origin story like works. Like, if they're theoretically all just branches off of Shibai, like, then it could trace back. But if it's like just a normal birthing of a kid, or the Ten Tails is just separate from Shibai, each individual Ten Tails, and then this happens, then I feel like the farthest back it would go would be that Ten Tails is information, which wouldn't inherently lead to Shibai, but it just depends
what I was
on
thinking,
how it all works.
I think it would be similar to the Nine Tails, how, based on what you were saying, he seems to have memories from when he was the Ten Tails, but as we know, the Ten Tails is a mindless beast. So I don't think the Ten Tails can remember it, but he has the memories.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know how it works with like a dog, for example. Dogs, I guess, probably have a little bit of a memory, but let's just assume they don't for now, just for the sake of this.
Sure.
It might be a thing to where, like, well, the dog experienced all the events, but it cannot, and maybe its body even remembers to an extent, but it's not like the dog can think back, oh, I've remembered the time when, it's probably, it's not doing that. But if you gave it more self-awareness, then it could access the technical memories it has. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Anyway.
Not from the moment it got the self-awareness to be able to do that, but from the moment it was able to formulate memories in the first place, which would have been way back when it was probably born, around there. Yeah.
Probably when just based off the seemingly Kurama aspect, like in his case, he like, I mean, unless you want to just say it's just a plot hole, like Kurama's just like talking about shit he couldn't possibly know, unless you want to say that Hagoromo just gave him the full rundown. It's like, yo, Kurama, let me tell you about your dad, the Ten Tails, and all the shit he did. That is an alternative explanation too. He's just regurgitating information from Hagoromo.
I do think this is a disconnect between real life and the story, but the authors just give characters knowledge that they can't possibly know, and we just have to go with it. For example, and it's usually a mistake, but sometimes it's to just make a cool moment or to make a character have a different aura or whatever you want to say. For me, when I did it in False Perfections, my anime, it was a mistake because in the first episode, the main character is like, I'll be the first to get to heaven. Well, first of all, how does he know that? Second of all, he's just wrong. But like, if he was right, how would he even come to that conclusion in the first place? It's because I thought it sounded cool, so I added the stupid line in last minute. Okay, I guess we're going with it.
Actually, a little bit kind of related, it's kind of slightly different, but have you read the Viz translations yet, by chance?
No, but I saw they were out.
Okay.
I saw like a little bit.
Okay. I did want to bring up one, and this is a one line that just annoyed me.
The Colonel?
It's sort of related in the sense of, no, it's in the sense, because Colonel is how Kurama talked about Barrier mode in the past. That's not the line. Let me pull it up. It's something Kurama says. It's only in Viz. And it's just, it's very aggravating. So, because it's in the line of characters just saying things, so we have to roll with it. Yeah. Well, this is on another level. So, This is after Kurama goes on to say like the possible ways in which this whole thing happened with Himawari. So for reference, it's page 21 is the bad one, but let's just backtrack for a second. To page 20. Start here. No one knows no one knows how long it will take or where it might sprout, much less that it would be inside his daughter in this soon. The universe is full of mysteries. Okay. You may have been born inheriting a sliver of my chakra, or this was your destiny brought into being by the Uzumaki and Hyuga blood that flows within you. That's not the important part, that's just a setup.
It'd be great if they gave us the reason, but
yeah.
Only if it's relevant. Alright, back to chat, since we're so freaking behind, but at this point, I don't even know if we're able to catch up. Like, we weren't supposed to be doing a chat reaction, and I was supposed to be talking about the freaking chapter, which we have been, but, like, this is not what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but you know what? This is, like, the time to do a chat reaction at the rate
that's true.
that we're getting chats right now.
Yeah. Okay. Not gonna read Money
says,
Man.
I did love the Boruto Mitsuki stuff from 2BB, not gonna lie.
It was good, yeah. For what we got. I
think they could have done
Mitsuki
more overall, better, but I liked it conceptually.
Yeah, let me change my answer. It's not good. It was fine. It was serviceable. I was okay with it.
One of the better things they've done, but that's unfortunately not saying a lot. But
yeah. It was everything we needed.
Yeah, not everything we wanted, but I guess the bare minimum of what we needed.
Yeah. Also love how Sage Mode Mitsuki got defeated in one attack after all that training during the time skip. You know.
I didn't love that.
It is what it is. Man, remember what you were saying at the end of like chapter, what was it, 5 or 6 or something, about Mitsuki versus Boruto and how you thought it wasn't going to go the way I said it was going to go? Wasn't that fun?
No. I said I didn't want it to go that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, Matt, I've said numerous times that I'm scared that it will just go Boruto stops him, but I'm going to desperately cling to hope that that's not the case.
You can save face all you want. That's fine. Go ahead, please, for the audience.
I mean, it's in the streams. I could never. We have too many streams for me to find it, but that is what I've been saying.
See, now you have the same problem that I have, is where I just don't want to go find something I easily could. Exactly. You see the conundrum of how annoying it is. Exactly. Yeah. So anytime anyone in the future's like, prove your claim.
A lot of 6-hour streams, finding it. I wouldn't even say easily, like, because even if we have a general idea, let's just say between 3 streams, that's 18 hours of content to sift through to find this one arbitrary sentence.
No,
I'm not going to call that.
We've done it several times. You're not going to say it has only happened one arbitrary small time.
No, but like again, even if it's sent in 8 different sentences, I mean, that's still 8 sentences out of an 18 hours worth of streaming. Like, it's still not much of the words being spoken.
Like, all I'm saying, you're able to find stuff from one chapter of 700 pretty easily from the Naruto manga.
Yeah, because I know, like, it's I know you have timestamps on the old streams. First of all, we don't have timestamps now. It's so the chapters are almost like a timestamp for me, like where I don't have that here.
Different though.
That's like, imagine if the Naruto manga isn't broken up into 700 chapters, but rather it's 7 chapters of, instead of 16 pages, it's like 1,600 pages or something. I don't know. They're like, it's like every 7 chapters, 100 chapters. So yeah, 1,600 pages, and now go find it. That's hard. It's just mentally harder to do.
See, but the difference, I think it's the opposite of what you're saying, because you just freaking read Naruto one day. You were here. You recorded. You basically wrote these Walky Talky podcast chapters, if you want to say it that way. I ain't gonna hold
you, bro. It's harder for me to like find shit I said than it is shit that like in the Naruto manga. I don't know why, it just is. It's easier for me to. I haven't even read the Naruto manga, and I have an easier time finding stuff.
Well, concession accepted. Okay. What do y'all think is the reason Two Blue Vortex is going forward in a concerning way? For me, it's the fast pacing, which is the issue.
I wouldn't say it's the issue. You could consider it an issue, but it's definitely not the issue in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of other issues
So let's start
currently.
with let's start with like what we think the biggest thing is versus the smaller thing. So I guess a smaller thing would be like, for example, the Kurama thing. Just throwing it in there and just not explaining it. I don't like that. But I don't know if I would say that's the biggest thing.
A lot of the problems are just things that don't make sense, so it's more of the plot than it is the story. Because the story now, it's basically moved on from the end of part 1. It's still like, it has a lot of lingering, lasting impacts from there that are terrible even now. But it seems like it's trying to do a different direction. Not different direction, but its own new things separate from that. So it's not really the story that I have an issue with right now. As much. I mean, I'd still do, but like not to the degree I did.
Yeah, maybe there's the things not making sense might be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like omnipotence.
And I hate to like blame the translations, but like there's a reason I pulled them up on the last stream. We were laughing so hard at the entirety of the chapter. To some extent, that's probably the translations. To another extent, that's just the poor execution. Like, it's so bad, it's unintentionally hilarious. The fact that we can do that is crazy.
I mean, we didn't used to have to do that.
Yeah.
Even like Shinkatsusu, it was like a one-off random funny thing, but it's like a little bit different now.
This chapter broke the straw of the camel's back or whatever it is. Crazy. Moneyman says Mitsuki is the Yamcha of Two Blue Vortex. So Kamui, in as much detail as you can, who's Yamcha?
From what I understand, he's a strong guy who like always loses, that Konohamaru is oftentimes compared to. So he actually is pretty strong, but like he always just gets beat up as like, I think it's like an example of showing how strong his opponent is. So it's almost like funny because he always loses, but yeah, I guess that's a general gist. I don't know how accurate that was, but
Honestly, that was the most respectable answer you could have given. All right, I'll take it. I'm a Yamcha fanboy, so there you go. All right. Invincible says the first person Borushiki would try to kill is probably Shikamaru. I don't think that's true,
Why?
unless he was there. Yeah, exactly. Why? Nothing to do with anything Borushiki cares about. Does Borushiki even know he exists?
Shikamaru? Is it because Shikamaru's on his side? I mean, that could be a reason.
But like, it would just be so random and out of the way. Like, he's chilling in the Hokage office. Why is Borushiki gonna go there of all places right now? Does he just want to argue it's some side thing easy to do really quick? Just go get a chore.
Well, on one hand, he's the Hokage, so Boruto would be like literally the Hokage killer now. And Shikamaru was on his side and basically the biggest influence for helping Boruto out right now because he's the Hokage. So I could see from a manipulative villain standpoint, strategically, that probably is the best person for him to kill. Not emotionally, but strategically in that, like the military strategy sense. But it's very random because, again, it's not someone close to Boruto. Momoshiki has zero interactions with Shikamaru to care. Like, so that's the Sarada would work in the sense of, oh, she's immune to omnipotence, and that's someone Boruto cares about. Or Himawari, that's his little sister. He cares about her more than anyone, and she still believes in him. So, like, from an emotional standpoint, these characters make more sense.
So, Ikama, you're gonna find this hilarious. We're about 50 minutes behind in chat. And we've been responding nearly the entire time.
That happened to me in my stream when I did my chat read along stream. I was like, oh my god, I can't keep up.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through some of this and just look at this more important stuff, I guess. Boruto is stronger than Naruto and Sasuke. Yes. Very clearly, obviously. Jonathan.
Naruto, Kurama, hello.
Yeah, hello. Jonathan says it's not bad writing. We need the. Oh my god, Kamui.
Jonathan, I'm gonna be honest. I love you for always popping in chat and comments, but what you just said is precisely why it's bad writing. The fact that we need the anime to add more stuff for the manga is how you know it's bad writing.
I'm cementing this one in stone for you, Kamui. This is going up on the fridge right here. Okay, so put this in hashtag art.
Yes.
All right.
Take a screenshot.
You know what? Just for being a good sport. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Freaking different window, not different tab. Just for being a good sport, Jonathan. That comment is so good. You're moderator now. Congratulations, Jonathan. You earned it with that one. You really deserve it.
I don't know if it was a troll or not, but yeah, either way, I support it.
Yeah. By the way, Naruto and Kurama is Indonesian. That would explain the cultural difference between the amount of times he says hello versus us. If you disagree, Kamui, that's just ignorance. Don't be racist, Kamui. Jeez.
I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Well, actually, he said later on he is Indonesia. So he's not just Indonesian, but he's also Indonesia as a whole.
Well, to be fair, I would imagine Indonesia is Indonesian, so it's consistent. The logic does track. Okay.
Now, Moneyman KKK said that Boruto is bad writer. Sarada is stronger than Obito. So Boruto is a writer, for one thing, and he's not very good at it.
Well, as we established with the Yamato versus Itachi conversation, no, it was Kabuto versus Itachi conversation, Itachi is canonically a screenwriter now. And so I think it's fine if, like the next generation always surpasses the last. I think it's fine if Itachi passed on his screenwriting knowledge to Sasuke, who then passed it on to Boruto. So it's just continuing that legacy. Yeah, perfect.
PRH Vlogs says, why are you guys still reading the series? If you don't like the series, just drop the series. So here's the conundrum. We love it, and we hate it.
Kamui, you're gonna love False Perfections.
I cannot help
based on that.
Like, I want to read every chapter, no matter what. My love for Naruto is so strong. My love for early Boruto is so strong. You cannot stop me from wanting to read every chapter. I cannot, because I love it. But I see a lot of flaws in it that I hate.
It's because we love it that we're so passionate about it to find these flaws. We talk about all the good things it does too. It's like a mother to her child. If the child is misbehaving, that mother's going to be the first one in the room to speak up.
Yeah.
It's, if anything, it's almost being overprotective. But in this case, it's like protected because the series is just being overly bad.
Yeah. It's like scolding your child so they don't get into detention again. Like,
exactly.
It's because I love my theoretical child that I don't have yet, that I would want to make sure they don't keep making these mistakes. I'm not just going to gloss over like, oh, I love you, I don't care. No, I'm going to scold them and make sure they don't do it again.
Exactly, bro. Freaking.
That's what we're doing.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh my god. Shout out hypothetical children. We care.
Yeah. He says drop Boruto. I already did. We're not dropping Boruto.
It's just course correction.
Honestly, like, I don't think I could actually drop. Like, I'll joke and say, oh, if this happens, I'll drop the series. I don't know if I ever could.
Oh, I already have a thing planned for a bit of dropping the series, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be an intro to a stream. But anyway,
A girl who needs glasses is stronger than Obito and young Sasuke. Okay. The glasses doesn't matter, guys. Kabuto wore glasses when he was beating Itachi. He was fighting Itachi and Sasuke at a high level. Okay, like the glasses don't matter.
really quick,
Amato's
Kamui.
not giving pills anymore because it.
The Cloud Ninja podcast was having a conversation similar to this, which might be where Moneyman's getting this comment from. I doubt it though, because it's not really this. Bara and Mello. I'm not gonna say whose side was on whose. Well, you can probably just figure it out based on what Mello likes, but Bara and Mello were debating whether or not Kid Sasuke or Sarada has better chakra control. The answer is obvious, but what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I already know Mello's on Sarada's side and Bara's on Sasuke's side because Mello would never go against Sarada. I mean, it should be Sarada. The fact that she does the Sakura type of punches and shit is a pretty good indication. And the car actuation arc, she even proved it further with Sakura's training. Granted, you could argue, oh, the chakra control of Sasuke's Sharingan's better, but Sarada, like, which Sasuke are we talking about, by the way? In Sarada?
Just part 1 Sasuke. Like any part of part 1.
Versus current Sarada?
Boruto, Naruto Next Generation Sarada, I think was the comparison.
I mean, even then, by the time Sarada has the 3 Tomoe, probably got the same Sharingan.
Specifically, Kara
She can use
actuation.
Chidori like Sasuke.
Yeah, so Kara actuation Sarada in particular.
In that one case, I can understand why you have more of a debate, because being able to use Chidori does require good chakra control. You're focusing chakra into your hand, kind of similar to the punches, actually. And he's got... So wait, which Sasuke in that case? Is it Final Valley Sasuke?
They didn't clarify.
Sasuke?
It seemed like they were leaning towards tuning exams, but they said it could be any Sasuke. They mentioned like even like Land of Waves Sasuke. Like, I'd say let's early tuning exams.
It's just obviously Sarada.
I know.
So, well, even then, okay. Like, I was gonna say, if you want to say like Final Valley Sasuke, I can get into some guys because he can use Chidori highly effectively. He has the 3 Tomoe and the chakra control to use it properly and all this stuff. But like, even tuning exams, 2 Tomoe versus 1 Tomoe. Yeah, he's got the Sharingan advantage. You can argue there. He can use Chidori. That doesn't require impressive chakra control, but Sarada does do a lot of stuff. Her Genjutsu prowess is been shown in the anime, through using anime, to be better than whatever Sasuke does. He doesn't use Genjutsu. So we have a chakra control for Genjutsu. You need good chakra control to use Genjutsu. She does the chakra hand punches, even if not perfectly. So I feel like unless you're using Final Valley, then I can see some arguments. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to go with Sarada.
So here's the plot twist. So Mello was actually on Sasuke's side, and Bara was on Sarada's side.
How?
This is funny because
Why?
Mello was actually doing it to rep his girl Sarada to say how much she's grown. Because she used to be so bad. Oh, and obviously, since it's Mello, he has to use the argument, Bara, I've seen these episodes like a dozen times. I know what I'm talking about. I've done the research, as if you haven't seen these episodes.
Maybe we'll take the medical ninjutsu thing the wrong way. Just because you're bad at medical ninjutsu doesn't mean you're bad at chakra control.
They did mention that. Plus,
that means you're not good at medical ninjutsu. I don't know if you
saw the Funato arc. She has good medical ninjutsu now. That was just like a 1 episode thing for some reason. She straight up has good medical ninjutsu now.
I don't really know why they did that, because like the chakra enhanced punches just are like a chakra control technique. Like, so I don't even know. Like, regardless of medical ninjutsu, she's using the technique Sakura learned as a result of being good at chakra control. Same with Tsunade. Like, that's all you need.
To be fair, I think chakra control is like a general term. Its application is what matters. I think the specific applications are completely different from one another. Just because Naruto's able to walk on water, I don't think he's able to hit much harder. than normal.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're good. Like it's an application, and yeah. So for example, Hinata, the Gentle Fist. Any Gentle Fist user has very good chakra control. It's required to do Gentle Fist. But Hinata doesn't know how to do medical ninjutsu. She never learned it. Maybe she could have learned it really well. Maybe it would have been a skill she wasn't as good at. Hinata doesn't have the skill to do chakra enhanced punches, but she has very good chakra control in the way she uses it. Kabuto as well. The way he basically uses Gentle Fist, medical ninjutsu style, it is literally the same thing, fundamentally, but slightly different. That's all chakra control. Doesn't mean he's over here punching walls into oblivion. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So the funny thing with this debate between Bara and Mello was how badly they were misunderstanding each other. The thing is, Bara was right, very clearly, obviously. The frustrating thing with Bara is that he's not a debater, so he just never knows what to say to sound right, even if he is. And Mello just does. Even though he, like, disses debating every freaking chance he gets, he knows how to debate, at least compared to Bara. And so, like, Bara just never has a chance to sound like he's the winner. Especially with Mello doing the thing to where he's always suggesting that he's right, regardless of debate tactics.
Exactly. Well, and because that's why I hate when he says the whole "I just want to get to the truth of the matter" thing. I'm like, well, no, you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be debating Bara so much. Because realistically, Bara's doing the thing where he's seen the series. Not always. Like, there's times when Bara just says something wrong. But like, the point is, generally speaking, he knows the series well. He's just using common sense with memory of what actually happens. You know, because that's all you really need most of the time.
And this goes back to something Bara was saying. He said an offhanded thing to where he's just using his intuition. So what he's saying there is he's using an inductive argument. Mello immediately caught on and just immediately moved to the next thing to just get over that. Just to get past the part where Bara could be correct with that. So he was just trying to ignore Bara's point. That it's obviously just common sense. Because, oh, so you don't have anything. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you don't have any evidence. Oh, okay. It's like, come on. As if that's not literally what you just said, but like in your own words. But so I think the point of the matter is that they were misunderstanding each other in the fact that Bara was saying that Sasuke has worse chakra control than Sarada, and Mello was saying, oh, we don't know that to be the case because Sasuke doesn't have bad chakra control. That's not what Bara said. Bara never said Sasuke has bad chakra control. His argument is that it's worse than Sarada. Oh, he can't prove it because there's no comparison between the two directly in terms of chakra control. What's really happening here, Sarada has good chakra control, and then it upgrades to great chakra control. Sasuke had average chakra control, and it upgraded to good chakra control.
I would say Sasuke's was pretty good, then it got to good, because when Ebisu explains it, he does explain as though Sasuke does have pretty good chakra control. I wouldn't say average. I would say it's above average. It's just not like Sakura, where it was perfect.
Exactly.
I think the percentage was like 80% good. Like he wasted 20% chakra or 10%, whereas Naruto wasted like 100.
So Mello was using the Sakura Sarada training to explain his point of like, oh, Sarada has bad chakra control, then she got good chakra control. That's what Sakura says. It's how you evolve your Sharingan. That's not true, first of all. Second of all, it's like about the punches. Because it's not good or bad chakra control in general. First of all, who's saying it and who are they saying it to? And then why are they saying it? Good and bad in comparison to what? In comparison to what Sarada is trying to achieve. If that's the case, if Sakura's still training, Sakura has bad chakra control. Current adult Sakura has bad chakra control in comparison to where she wants to be at, which is why she's training. So that statement literally means nothing.
Yeah. It's just like, she needs better chakra control to do what she wants to do with her Sharingan, but it doesn't mean it was bad. It's just, it wasn't amazing. You know, it just, In fact, it probably was amazing for her level, but it wasn't where she wants to be. Like,
Exactly. And then they were trying to equalize chakra control to stamina when that's not the case. It can have a correlation
Yeah.
because chakra and stamina has a correlation, but chakra control is not equal to stamina. It's just not the case.
exactly. Like, that was made literally abundantly clear in the chakra control explanation by Ebisu.
Exactly.
Because Naruto's like, well, what about when I did this and this? And he's like, that's because your stamina is absurd that you can get away with being
Exactly.
bad at chakra control. Like,
He
his way.
has so much
Naruto had the
chakra,
greatest stamina, like in all of part 1, and his
literally.
chakra control is some of the worst. Like,
Yeah. Which, by the way, I want to bring up the fact I'm pretty confident Bara referred to the Ebisu scan, but he didn't know where to find it. Mello went to go find it for him, and I'm pretty sure he knew what he was talking about. Mello purposefully found the wrong scan. And then since Bara doesn't know, Bara's just like, oh yeah, I guess that might be what I was talking about. He's just gonna go along with it. It's not what Sasuke or what Mello found was an explanation in like the tuning exams, I think, that was describing Sasuke in terms of like something, hand signs or something. I don't remember. It was definitely not what we were talking about. I think it's Ibiki is what Mello said. Ibiki's explanation. Something along the lines of that. I don't know. That's what Mello said. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I don't think Ibiki ever talks about chakra control ever.
It wasn't about chakra control,
If
which is the funniest thing. It was just about like performing jutsu, I think, in general, or just chakra, a chakra comparison. There's something about chakra. I don't remember. I think we'll find it if we really wanted to, but like
I have to see what he said.
Yeah. I don't care. If you want to go, well, if you want to read chat, I can find it, I guess.
I guess. But you think you could find it quickly?
Fairly quickly.
Okay. All right, all the hello Indonesia stuff. If Jura don't know about Kurama, how Kurama can know how it resurrected Himawari? Well, it depends on how they each got this knowledge. So, first of all, the Bijou resurrection system, if you want to call it, isn't inherently true for the Ten Tails. It could just be a thing basically Hagoromo created. It could be a Hagoromo design that he did with the creation of all things, that this would just be a thing. That's the first thing. If that's the case, the Ten Tails wouldn't inherently know about it, whereas Kurama could, because Hagoromo would explain it. Alternatively, I mean, that was a weird, yeah. I feel like if it was a Ten Tails thing, then I think Jura would just know, because,
yeah,
like, he's the Ten Tails. He seems to have basic Ten Tails understandings of what Ten Tails are and what they do. So he would know that this applies to Ten Tails and assume it applies to the Bijou in that case. Or it's possible that he just didn't know it would apply to the Bijou in addition, but yeah, they get the idea. We're not dropping Boruto.
Bro, Quarry's just kind of funny with his comments, though. Exactly, like that's not the reason. It's funny that he's the one saying this, considering he said earlier that he dropped Boruto.
Yeah, when did you drop Boruto? But
yeah. So he's glad that we're not writing.
It's not that Amato isn't giving kills anymore because it has side effects. That's not what Boruto says at all.
Exactly.
He just says, I think I can control Momoshiki's power better now, so I don't need them.
That's the exact response I would expect from someone who dropped the series. So by the way, this is what I put it in chat. I'm also showing it on my screen. This is what
you guys don't write Boruto. Why are you glad you don't like? Why would you be glad you don't write Boruto? If Boruto's bad enough that you dropped it, then
if anything, just
why wouldn't you want a different writer?
Exactly. So that's just him being mean, because I don't think I think he's actually just a Boruto fan, and he sees us as Boruto haters. Is what it actually is.
Yeah. Well, he said he dropped it, so I don't know.
I don't believe him. It's a thing, because why is he here? Exactly.
No valid reasons. It's saying Boruto careless when he can't even get pills from Amato at his high. Yeah, he can get pills from Amato. He chose to stop taking them.
Because I can control Momoshiki's powers better now, I think. Why? Don't ask.
Yeah.
I can't actually. But I put the thing in chat, by the way. The Walky Talky Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what Bara and Mello were. Well, this is what Mello pulled up for Bara. This is not the Ebisu explanation.
Yeah, this is explaining. Okay. It depends on. Well, this is an Ebisu explanation, but it depends
it's
on
not
what
the one.
What one Bara was looking. I don't know what Bara was referring to as far as like what he was saying, but what this is just saying is that Sasuke wastes 10% of his stamina. That's all it's saying. He wastes 10% of his stamina, whereas Sakura wastes 0%, and Naruto wasted like 50%. That's what this is saying. It's saying that Sasuke is good, but not as good as Sakura.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Bara was looking for the one where it's right before Jiraiya is introduced, to where Ebisu's teaching Naruto about how to like use chakra control just good. Coincidentally, also when doing Kage Bunshin.
That's part of this scene.
Yeah.
This scene is part of that.
Yeah.
It just depends on which. Let me just go look. What chapter is that?
I don't know.
Okay, you're on the podcast. Okay, well I can find it pretty quickly. Then if that's the case,
That's just what I'm assuming Bar was trying to find, though, based on how he was describing it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just trying to get the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. All right. Well, assuming all this here, anyway, Ebisu explains what stamina is. And then he explains how Taichuchu just uses stamina instead of chakra, except for a few exceptions. In the case of Genjutsu and Ninjutsu, they use chakra, they make the hand signs and control the chakra, blah, blah, blah. The energies used in these are expended and lost. Now let me break it down with the clone. Let's say 30% of your chakra is needed to create 3 clones. In Sarada's case, she just uses the exact 30% of her stamina she needs to make her clones. In Sasuke's case, he uses 40%, even though he only needed 30, so he wastes 10%. Then with Naruto, he uses 50% instead of, oh, that's funny. So first he uses 50%, and then he's bad at using the signs, so he only uses 10% of his 30%. So he also, this is kind of confusing, but anyway, Naruto's just really, really bad at it.
There you go. He brute forces it with the Kurama chakra. How it seems to be the case.
Yeah. And Ebisu says it's a little bit exaggerated, but like the point is you waste too much chakra.
Yeah. But anyways, so back to chat, I guess. Chill, Quarish. People can criticize a series without hating it. LMAO. Facts.
Exactly. In fact, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, the ones critiquing it are the ones who love it. At least in our case.
Yeah.
Not everyone, and this is no hate to Daigo, but not everyone is Daigo critiquing it because he hates it. In the case of Boruto. Like, yes, he hates Boruto and critiques it because he hates it, but there's plenty of the opposite who are critiquing it because they like it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So the thing of saying that we have no valid reason, you have to, like, explain yourself. Because if you just say that, that doesn't mean anything on its own. That's more like of a segue to a point of which you haven't made. So
Yeah, and I will admit, to some extent, we are in passing referencing things we've explained ad nauseum in the past. So like the time skip, for example. I don't think we really need to like re-explain. I have an hour and a half video on it. Like, we don't need to keep going through the same thing over and over. Half of our fans have heard this over.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad Karmara is making this point. It's 10 chapters, y'all. Why the hell y'all even trying to make sense out of information we simply don't have yet? It's obvious your answers will be answered later on. It's only 9 chapters. Oh, it's only 10 chapters. At what point does that excuse go out the window? It's been 10 months. Put this into Naruto time. It's only been 35 chapters. You put that in the Boruto anime. It's only been like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 episodes, guys. It's gonna get good. You just gotta give it time. It's only been 172 episodes. Come on. It starts to get good around episode 216, I promise. Just watch the first 215, just, slug through it, and then you'll get to the good part. At what point does this excuse go out the window? It's so early on, guys. It's been 10 months. It's been a year. It's been a year.
It's literally like 30 chapters in terms of like weekly chapters. And also, yeah, it has been a year. That's insane. But almost a year anyway. But also, first of all, as we discussed with the Kurama thing, there's a sign that they just might not explain some of this stuff based off their dialogue, for one thing. And second, go to the first 10 chapters of Boruto. What was not explained in terms of that arc? Nothing. We knew exactly why Momoshiki and Kenshiki arrived. We knew exactly what their goals were. We knew exactly what Boruto's frustrations were. We knew exactly how Naruto felt about it, and his frustrations with the Hokage stuff. We knew exactly what Sasuke thought about the soul of the shinobi and Boruto and everything. Like, we knew what we needed to know. We weren't asking all these questions. And then with I guess our arc's kind of, I don't know what we were asking, but like the first 10 chapters of Naruto, I don't know where that gets us, but it's like halfway through the Land of Waves arc. That's not fair because the arc's incomplete. But well, even in that one, yeah, we weren't saying, oh, the bell test doesn't make sense. Oh, this mission doesn't make sense. We weren't saying any of these things didn't make sense. It just made sense. Like,
exactly. So there's 3 parts of this comment. That's the first part. The second part, why the hell y'all even trying to make sense out of information we simply don't have? What do you want us to do? We are a Boruto podcast. Do you want us to just not talk about the information do you not want why are you on a Boruto podcast? What are you wanting us to talk about? What are you expecting us to do here? I'm sorry we're talking about the information we don't have yet. We just won't talk about it until the story's complete. Sorry, Kamui. We gotta wrap it up until Boruto 2 Blue Vortex ends. We're not allowed to make content on it until then.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to go back to Attack on Titan content, I guess. That's the only one that's complete.
The third part of this, it's obvious your answers will be answered later on. It's obvious. Why? Can you explain to me why it's obvious? It should be obvious. I'll give you that. I wish it was obvious, but it's not obvious because we want it to be. We can't give it that because...
Yeah, exactly. And then, like we said, we have signs that they're not going to explain it, like the Kurama dialogue, or things like the complaints we have with Boruto. It was never explained why Boruto just thought he could control Momoshiki's power better. It was never explained what the heck Nishi was doing in chapter 76. It was, we just didn't get those explanations.
So
why is it obvious? That's on their track record, they might not do it.
Well, he's saying it's obvious because he wants it to be. But you're even going beyond what you need to. Because really what you can stop at is the fact that they lost our trust. Regardless if you think, because this is up to interpretation, regardless if you think a viewer should trust an author from the get-go, I personally don't. I think the author needs to earn the viewer's trust going into a series, which I think Naruto does. Regardless if you think the viewer just should have a default trust of the audience, or of the author. They lost that. They stopped having our trust be earned, let alone there at all. They betrayed our trust. So no, it's not obvious because I can't trust them to make it obvious. And then not only that, because we're skeptical now. It's beyond just being skeptical. They've shown us indications that they aren't going to do it. So if anything, we can flip it back onto you and say the exact opposite thing. Well, Kurara, it's obvious that our answers won't be answered later on. Why? Well, because it's obvious. I don't need to explain myself. It's just obvious. Well, there you go.
I mean, yeah, like the loss of trust thing. Like I said, the Boruto time skip. Chapter 80 is the biggest culprit of this, where it's just like, I hate to say it, I can never fully trust Two Blue Vortex because of how they ended part 1, and they just added onto the list. But that alone will always make me skeptical now.
Well, I'm not
I
saying
will
I can
never confidently be
it.
sure.
Well, but
of anything.
I think you can say that about any story. I think if they earn your trust back, you can trust them. That doesn't mean you'll forever and always trust them, because they could mess up. Any story could at any point ever mess up. I mean,
Yeah.
Boruto Part 1 did that. I wasn't expecting it, but I knew it was a possibility. It's within the realm of reality and where it can happen. So it doesn't mean I think it will happen, but it did. But I think if they earn the trust back, it's fine to trust them until they lose it again. If that happens. I don't want it to happen, but there you go.
There's another Carmenara comment. Only when the critics makes logical sense to criticize. Literally almost everything in both Boruto and TBV can easily be explained, but as we all know, majority of clowns are dick riding the fuck out. First of all, it's the other way around. The majority of people are just gassing it up, despite the things that aren't explained. So let me ask you, Carmenara, how are you explaining Boruto being 100% at Sasuke when he is 18% Boruto, who is human, not at Sasuke, based off what Momoshiki did? How are you explaining that in a way that actually makes sense? How are you explaining Boruto just thinking he can control karma better now for no reason, especially after Momoshiki just took right over again in chapter 78? How are you explaining the contradictions with omnipotence that we've been given?
Bro, Kamui, you know the funniest thing about this?
No matter what, Shikamaru could not be convinced of anything that Sarada and Sumire said, but then he just figures it out, and it's revealed that Sarada and Sumire allegedly explained everything to him, and he just didn't believe them until Amado just said, "Oh, I think my memories are altered," when Sarada and Sumire allegedly told him that. How are you explaining that?
The funniest
and
thing...
we could probably go on and on for a while.
Yeah, the funniest thing about this entire situation, Kamui, we've always had the contrarian point on whether or not Boruto is good or bad. When it was first coming out, the first, 6 years or so, we are, one of the only few people saying it's good, and, we are just the right opinion. The wrong opinion is the majority opinion. Oh, no, it's bad! It's ruined Naruto! It was freaking good until the moment where we realize, oh, it's bad now. That's the moment where everyone's like, oh my god, this series peak, bro. Oh my god, omnipotence? Oh, I eat this up. Oh, I'm gonna gas the series. It's the best thing ever. The moment it's good, people think it's bad. The moment it's bad, people love it.
And it's like, to some extent, I can understand a problem of boring versus good, where something can be good but boring, or bad but interesting. But so the Mujina Bandits, okay, I do think it's boring, even though it's technically good, but it's boring. Nobody cares. That's fine. But the Kawaki arc is not boring. The Momoshiki arc is not boring. It's just better storytelling.
And people out here saying Boruto's a brat. This sequel wasn't worth making. Go back to the prequel. It's this ruined Naruto. Shut up! It's crazy.
The only thing ruining Naruto is Two Blue Vortex, man. Which isn't ruining Naruto at all. If anything, I think it's leveling up Naruto. It's making Naruto look that much better. It's making me appreciate Naruto more than I ever did before.
Shout out Invincible, though. Bro's got our back on this one. No one's referring to the future plots. We're talking about the execution we were giving in these 10 chapters. Exactly. And just for that, I'm going to give him moderator too.
I'm surprised Invincible didn't already have it.
I know. Surprised too when I've read that comment. And we got
Arminara, agreed, bro.
Mandalorian
They're
Martian.
just not waiting and coming with lame questions. No, it's not a matter of waiting of it. Some of this shit, like it's too late. Like if they tell us why Boruto thought he could control karma in the omnipotence arc now, bro, it's too late. Like you already ruined it.
There we go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again. I got all the comments on screen if you want to catch up on chat really quick.
Okay,
Cool.
oh, I'm also looking. Hey man, I'm sorry I'm late. It's okay, Mandalorian Martin. I want more Kakashi and Purple Light, bro. After, I will say the Viz translation made it less bad than the other ones, but after what Sarada said, they ain't showing Kakashi. Like, I'm even more confident about that. Could Boruto get with Ada? He could. That doesn't mean he should, or he will, but he definitely could. The series is not ever going to be great because the fans has already accepted mediocrity. I don't agree with that. Just because the fans have accepted mediocrity doesn't mean the series can't be great. Like, or that it won't be. Like, I mean, they easily could. Like, they could just write it better, but to some extent, I get what you're saying because the fans are eating it up. So, like, why would they even try? I don't know. I don't understand that logic as an author. Like, if I'm writing a story, I want it to be perfect. I'm just gonna write half-assed bullshit. I don't know who's writing this shit. Didn't Sasuke outright say Sarada's a better shinobi at her age than him in the Tigra arc? He did, 100%. King of Chaos, what's up? It'd either be Ebisu or Kakashi in the Land of Waves. Oh, he's talking about Ebisu. Yeah, we were talking about Ebisu. Is the fact that Boruto's body is fully a Sasuke now, helping him become this strong in base, or is it only handicapping him? Can't he just use Sage Mode and fight a Sasuke easier? Okay, couple things with that one. Or if I remember correctly, Karma can't absorb Sage Jutsu. Okay, let me start with that last part. No, that is incorrect. Karma can absorb Sage Jutsu, and it has absorbed Sage Jutsu. Naruto in 6-path Sage Mode, as you might expect, uses Sage Jutsu. It's a Sage Mode. And Karma absorbed it, no problem. Jigen absorbed all of his Rasengans, no problem. That's not what it is. Karma can't absorb physical matter. It can absorb pure energy of any type. It can just absorb nature energy if it wanted to, hypothetically. The same way that pain absorbed Naruto's chakra, which indirectly absorbed nature energy. The problem is physical matter, physical rocks, physical knives, and so on. It's the physical part versus just pure energy that looks like matter. So a water style jutsu is just energy that looks like matter. It can absorb it. But actual water is physical matter, can't absorb it. Now, going back to the top part, well, yeah, using Sage Mode would help him fight a Sasuke easier because he'd be stronger, but it's not because of anything beyond that. It's just to be stronger. Now, is Boruto's body full of Sasuke handicapping him? Probably not. Is it helping him? There's a very decent chance. It could be doing nothing. It could be helping him. At the very least, it lets him fly. It lets him mask his chakra signature. It lets him do a Sasuke things. So I guess it has to help him at least somewhat. There's no reason why it would handicap him at all. I don't see why that would handicap him. So it's only helping him. The question is, okay, does it dramatically increase his power? It's debatable. The reason I say that is because on one hand, looking at Kawaki in particular, based off what we see and are told, it's heavily implied that being a Sasuke lets Kawaki use Sasuke abilities, but he needs Karma to access Ishiki's power. Without Karma, he's not accessing Ishiki's power. That's the whole explanation, or part of the explanation anyway, Amado gives to Sumire. Ishiki's power sleeps within Kawaki, but he can't access it without the door that is Karma. With that in mind, that would imply that being a Sasuke isn't increasing Kawaki's power. It just gives him a Sasuke abilities, but then the Karma increases power. But then you look at Jigen. Base Jigen is just objectively strong, and I find it very hard to believe that monk-based Jigen back in the day
is just casually stronger than adult-based Naruto. Seems outlandish, doesn't make sense. So then you have to say, okay, well then Jigen obviously got stronger. The question is, was it because he was a Sasuke, or is it because of some hypothetical Amato enhancements? Because he does have that black thing on his stomach that I don't know what the hell that is. Granted, he already had it in the flashback of Amato meeting Jigen, but you could just say that was fake. I don't know. Or Ikimoto's being stupid. But yeah, anyway.
I'd say
I hope
it'd
they
be
gave
really
you some kind of
cool
an idea.
if Jigen tried to do the same thing Boruto did, and Ishiki just did the rest of his karma, but that obviously doesn't work for several different reasons. The fact that Jigen, first of all, was able to turn back into Ishiki at the end, so he did just extract 100%, and then also the fact that it's clearly a glass thing instead of karma, but it's black, so it's cool.
That's the thing. It is like glass. That's where it feels like an Amato thing. But then, I like I said, you could just say Ikimoto's being stupid. You could say the flashback was a lie. In the flashback, though, we see Jigen with the black thing in his stomach approaching Amato. So yeah. I don't know where the glass thing came from.
I did have an answer for Anonymous Loner's comment. Where is it? Where was it? It was just freaking there, wasn't it? No, I'm on live chat. Where did Anonymous Loner's comment go? Oh, it's right there. I'm dumb.
The series is not over, or the series is not going to be great because the fan has already accepted mediocrity. That one?
Yeah, I had a thing to say on that, but I forgot what it was. Oh, right. That has absolutely zero correlation to at all of the writing at all. The writer isn't looking at the audience and being like, oh, they're accepting mediocrity. First of all, they would never think their story is mediocre. Probably. Second of all, they're not going to change their plans because the audience is accepting mediocrity. Oh, I had this good story, but they're accepting it being mediocre, so I'm going to just change it into a mediocre story now.
Yeah, I'm just going to make it worse now.
Yeah, they're eating this up. So gotta keep it bad.
Like, man, maybe we should just not write it good because they like the bad better.
But even if they're writing it bad and then they realize the audience hates it, they can't just change it to be good in response to the audience hating it because it's bad. That's not how that works. They could address or fix certain critiques, but it's not, oh, the audience hates it, I better make it good now. It's not an off and on switch.
It's just like, yeah, they might try to change that direction, but like, and it might work out, but it's not like, oh, I guess I'll try now. It's more like, fuck, they really don't like this. I guess maybe we'll try a different direction. But that's the best you're gonna get from that.
Yeah. So there's practically no correlation to what the audience is accepting to how the series' quality is. Especially with a Japanese manga with the fans' reaction in the West. Ikimoto doesn't care what I think of the series. He doesn't even know.
Even like in Japan, they don't know what the YouTuber's opinion. They don't care about the YouTuber's opinion. They're looking at like the sales and who's watching and like popularity votes and stuff like that. Like they're not looking at this shit.
And that's not the writers looking at it. The writers don't care. Like they're just writing the story. They're looking at screenplay structure, not the views on the latest anime episode.
Well, they're definitely not doing that.
It's fine for them to get.
They're not looking at
feedback
structure
or whatever. Well, you know, you know what I mean.
I know, but yeah. So you got the joke. Yeah. The end part one proved that.
Y'all gotta be trolling. Shout out, see me now. Which part do you think we're trolling on? Out of curiosity. Yeah, that's all the comments. And see me now. We'll get back with you.
Now to actually review the chapter.
Only 2.5 hours in a stream.
Oh, I'm just looking at the title now. I love it.
Thank you.
Why was that the best title we ever came up with?
That was so good. All right, well, now that all the unplanned beginning of stream topics are out of the way, let's begin stream with what we planned on.
Yeah. 2 hours late.
2.5 hours late.
And I thought this was gonna be a short stream.
And so many Boruto haters who show up late at night for a podcast about a manga.
Facts, bro. Actually, facts. By the way, King of Chaos, if you want to get in on this, feel free.
I still find it funny how the last few streams we've done, our highest views have been like at the 4 a.m. mark. Like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, we need to start waking up at 2 a.m. to stream. Like, no, that's actually unironically that one time we started stream at 2 a.m. because of me. Like, that unironically might just be like the best thing we can do. As much as I don't want to ever do that, but
oh my god, that's so good. Okay, so did we want to just go through the entire chapter and give analysis, or did only certain key parts? Because we could say something on all of it.
Let's just do the whole chapter because my heart would never be cool with skipping over anything like that we could talk about.
Okay,
so obviously some things we'll just have longer discussions, but like it makes sense to go through the whole chapter.
Okay, so immediately I'm completely overanalyzing this. And again, if King of Chaos... Okay, cool, he is in here. I'm going to invite him in to speak. Okay.
So, a couple of these, this will work.
By the way, King of Chaos, how does it feel to be so right? It must feel nice.
Look, apparently I have the worst. Nah, apparently I have the worst takes, so I'm canceled right now. I dropped not the same as play, but I did a video on like Kashi and Koji, and like the comments were trying to drag me for it. They acted like I did because somebody in the comment section made an analogy about Itachi and Jiraiya and how they kind of they're not the same. I'm not saying they're the same, but they give off similar vibes as far as like their treatment towards their kids. And I know that's like a huge hyperbole because Itachi like tortured Sasuke, but somebody made up a good point and I kind of agreed with them. And everyone basically said I was trash, like completely unratioed, not valid, duck, duck, goose. Like they were roasting me.
Duck,
so no, I'm wrong quite often.
That's
no, they were
so
dogging me. And I'm like, what do y'all mean? Like, I said was that like Jiraiya didn't, could have done Naruto a little bit better, and he could have. I'm just saying, like you look at all the other Sanin and who got what, and yes, I know Jiraiya started off with the ugly box of crayons. I get it, but god dang it, man! Like you couldn't have mentioned Sage Mode. You couldn't have mentioned it. Like, hey, we ain't gotta get in this now, but Sage Mode. Here's some scrolls surrounding like my trainings. What the hell Sage Mode is, you know, why you should probably learn Sage Mode, how Sage Mode's important, you know, like I'm just saying, kind of a huge thing. You see Sasuke with all these snake styles, but Naruto didn't get anything with the toads. I don't know.
Sage Mode is dangerous to learn, especially for people who aren't Naruto, because he has so much chakra.
Yeah, but he is and he does, and Jiraiya knew that.
Yeah.
That's my issue. And the guy kind of made a point about that. It's like, yeah, he's kind of valid, and I agreed. But I'm trash, so. And I clearly haven't read the chapter. Oh my god, my chapter review. So you guys got some hot takes as well. I mean, y'all haven't even gotten too deep into it. I mean, just some of the things y'all have said from it. And I watched your thing where you were reading the bad translations. Oh my god, that was so funny.
I'm telling you, dude.
Bro, yeah,
translators. No, some of these anyone who hasn't watched that yet, please go back and watch it on the Walky Talky podcast. They go in on these. Ukun basically sets up Kamui to watch it, will read and react to these awful garbage translations. And of course, Kamui, respectfully, I love you, Kamui, wants to like, hold up. Like he wants to talk about and address him. And Oodie preface by saying, hey, hold up. Before we even start, we just gonna go straight through them and then discuss them. But he basically set him up and it was hilarious. I thought so.
Famous last words.
It was, some of them were so funny.
Like, what is like, I'm grateful for translations, but God. I even sent the video. I'm like, because you guys said something that I thought was kind of like, I don't know if I agree with this. People are saying that Himawari has more chakra than Naruto, and I feel like people are taking that out of context. From my,
that's not even what he says.
It's the affinity is what it is. But
Yeah.
people are saying that, oh yeah, she's like right now, her floor is higher than Naruto's ceiling because Kurama said it's like,
Crazy.
no, this is why you guys can't read the wrong translations, because you bastards can't read in the
That's
first place. Like read between the
crazy.
lines.
Her floor
No,
is
dude,
higher
it's
than
everywhere, I
Naruto's
swear. Her
ceiling.
floor is higher than his ceiling.
Unbelievable. That
And it's
person's
like-
got to be trolling. There's no way
No.
they're not trolling.
Aren't y'all on Twitter?
Not really, no.
Have y'all seen? Like,
Yeah, but I haven't paid enough attention. Like,
man, look. Again, I ain't out here starting no beef, but some of our favorites are even saying that
Oodie,
too.
in regards to this, it's better if I share the screen so
Sure.
that I can point out things myself. No, I did. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to interrupt, so we can
Oh, you're
come back
good.
to the Astra thing. Okay, so
Take it away.
Talk about that at some point, because y'all were going for Mello. I don't know who he is, but y'all were going for that guy.
Mello
hilarious.
is the one
Let's talk
who
about that at some
started
point.
dissing us first.
Nah,
Doing
I
so,
came
he
in
gave us
here.
He gave us permission to diss him by doing so.
Okay, 'cause
But
I came in
we're
here.
still friends with him.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
But
Yeah.
Shoot,
well,
does he
actually,
know that?
We would know.
No, sorry. No. We're not his friend, but we would consider him our friend. Let me make that clear. He would not consider us friends, but we do
Never.
consider him friends.
You wouldn't consider his
But
own
that
mother
doesn't
as
have anything
friend.
with us. That's because Mello doesn't consider any content creator his friend. So let's just make that clear. He would say that about anyone.
Even me?
Yes, he would say that about you. He would say
Even
that
if
about
you
Freaking. He
two
would say that
knew
about
each
Bara.
other for 100 years, you're not even close to a friend.
Why?
Because you're a content
Like-
creator.
Are content creators not
Because
people?
that's what he said. Because
I
that's his
respect
rule.
that. Nah, I respect that. Content creators aren't people.
There you go. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of with that. That's
Yeah,
valid.
Udie's not a person. He's just a demon.
You
Oh
know
my
what's crazy? Everyone, Oodie and Kamui-kun, they're not the same person. The rumors are false. Like, I just want to get
actually,
America.
this
Like,
was
I'm
all
not
an
a big
elaborate
actor.
charade. This was all an elaborate charade. I've actually been arguing for and against myself this entire stream.
You will
with
be,
two different voice effects.
dude. Hey, look, with AI.
Uh,
Look. All I'm saying
Got
is,
the
I've seen
mirrors
some
and
people go out
strings.
real sad lately. Folks out here. Nah, let me chill. I'm just saying, there's some people who can literally make their own accounts, alternate accounts, just to comment on their own videos.
like NC Hammer, yeah.
Wait, what?
No, I'm
MC
calling him
Hammer
out,
did
bro.
that?
There's no chance he doesn't do that.
MC Hammer?
100%.
Wait, is that a content creator or is that like
Wait,
a?
Yeah.
Wait, what makes you say that out of curiosity? Like,
Bro,
what are you basing
the
that off of?
videos he makes
who's MC
responding
Hammer?
to comments and he's choosing specific. There's no way real people say those comments. He's making those comments on alt accounts to give himself a video. I guarantee it.
Wait, what account?
People
Wait,
do
I'm now
that.
curious what the comments say.
It's
Hey,
just
look,
nonsense.
look. There's a lot of people who pull that. Like they'll put the craziest comment. Like, I just want to let you know that you're my favorite. You're the absolute best, and you're the only one who's ever on. Like some crazy wild shit. Now I get it. Everybody's got a fake account so they can like watch some sus videos of this guy chopping a pineapple up with his feet because he doesn't have any hands or something. Whatever. I get that. But I'll say this much. I ain't never inflated my numbers by like going on there and gassing myself up or commenting and talking to myself. But I have
Bro,
this
I go
one
out of my
dude-
way to not comment with my other account, so that I avoid I
Oh,
will
yeah, I
watch
just
the video
watch.
with that account, but I
Yeah.
will not comment
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I'll just
That's
watch.
hilarious.
If I see a content creator I enjoy, I'll watch him on like my second one. Just show him a little bit of love. But no, there's okay.
Hey, are we
let me
done?
hear you
You
out,
done? Oh my god.
That is
Stop with the nonsense.
is
I hate you.
overkill. That is overkill.
You know what? You know what? You know what? There.
Did you?
I-
In the middle of the
I
stream.
kicked him from the server.
You better bring him back before y'all bring me into the Oodie Kamui civil war as an innocent bystander.
I
that's
didn't
what'll
just I
happen.
don't know, I didn't just kick him from the call. I kicked him from the Discord server.
Why? He's
He
gonna
is
think I'm
not-
in on this. Hey,
He's not in this
let all Kamui
Discord anymore.
podcast people know that I am. Well, I mean, technically, argument-wise, I'm definitely leaning more towards Oodie because I think Itachi like went crazy. But it seems like Kamui's on that same point as well. But apparently, he's taking the anti-approach now.
Hey,
because
it's Kamui, welcome back. Welcome to the Walky Talky's Discord server.
How dare you? You leave him alone. Look, Kamui, do not try to roast me, all right?
Oh, wow, look at that. Kamui has no more roles. I guess he can't do anything to me.
Y'all are trash.
Why does this look different?
Because, Kamui, I kicked you from the server. When you rejoin the server, you don't rejoin with your roles. You're the same as any
No, but I mean, like,
right
it looks different. That's weird because it says speakers 1, 0 in audience, 1 speaking. It only shows me.
I see 3 speakers.
But I hear you.
0 in audience.
Oh, that's weird.
It's weird. Like, I only see me, but I can hear you.
You're in the, you probably have it, the minimize thing or whatever. Discord's been crap lately. That's the short answer.
I don't know. No, it just says there's only one speaker.
Like, I couldn't even hear.
Like, it only shows me. Like, everywhere. All the places I can look, it only shows me. It's weird.
Did you block him, Kamui?
What?
No.
Did he block
I can hear him.
Okay, then cool. Then clearly not.
But
I gave you
it just only shows me. That said, how do I get? Hold on, let me just.
Oh my god! There's no way. I can't. Bro, there's actually no way he ended the stage. There's no way,
What's wrong with you guys?
What is wrong with you?
I didn't mean to end the stage.
Hold up. How are you even talking, Ood-kun? You kicked him from the server.
I didn't end the call.
I think
I didn't affect you. At least he affected you as collateral damage.
A filthy guest. No one cares about me. Remember, I'm a content creator. I'm not a person. Shout out to Mullick or whatever his name was. But not Kamui. I'll say, like, go back to what you're talking about Itachi, but like,
my mouth hurts from smiling.
I'm glad you acknowledge how excessive it was, because like,
how did you even kick me from the server? How do you do
Bro,
that?
I just have the option. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's see. Can I kick one of you guys from the server? Hey, so can I.
Like, I don't see an option to like.
Wait, no, it says invite.
Do that. Like, is server deafened? Is disconnect? Roll like.
I don't know. It's just
I can make you not a podcaster.
Maybe you just don't.
But I don't know how to like.
Oh.
I can block you.
So,
I can
like,
remove friend.
Don't do it. But could you kick King of Chaos if you right click on him?
If you kick me, it's okay.
No, I'm saying don't do it. But like, I'm asking if you even have the option.
Yeah,
I have moved audience, mod view, disconnect. I don't see a remove from server, at least not from the stage.
You look at y'all messing with everything, and now it's being funky. Discord's too ghetto for this. You be doing that.
Maybe we took it too far. I gave you every role in the server.
Oh, I can do it from the chat. Wait, let me see if I can do it from chat.
Well, don't do it, Kamui. Don't do it. What are you doing? Don't do it.
I'll come out of nowhere.
Well,
like,
I can. Wait, I can for Saran.
I'm gonna accidentally test ban someone. That's crazy.
Move to general.
And then I'll start my second YouTube beef. No, third.
That's weird.
Going to war.
Why can I do it for Saran, but I can't do it for seemingly anyone else? Like, actually,
bro, we gotta get ready.
Maybe it's because of like role. Maybe it's because of their roles. Are they like?
What's
mods?
my role? Can I be like a buck private or something? I don't want it to be able to do anything, but just have the title of like buck private.
I think I can't kick like mods or like the whatever role I had.
I don't know how to make. I gave you every role in the server, which I'm assuming you didn't even have before. So.
Oh, that might be causing conflict. Just give him like the one role that has everything.
Oh no, I did give him originally just the here. Okay, you have just admin, so I'm assuming maybe I don't know. I'll see what happens.
Discord's together for this, man.
I think I can't kick people with a high enough like role.
Maybe I just.
Or it could be a seniority thing.
What is Saran's like level of role?
I shouldn't have.
Or Mr. Spiral.
Yeah, I only have admin and podcaster. I shouldn't have a higher.
What does Mr. Spiral have?
Than Rain, because technically this is Rain's. Mr. Spiraling has something to join. I don't know what it is.
So anyone who has that, I seemingly can't kick. But then the question is, why can you do that to me?
I don't know. Because I shouldn't be higher than you in terms of... It must be like a Google Chrome or like a Mac versus Window thing or something. I don't know.
Here we go. Android,
No,
iPhone.
but then why can I do it for Saran? Because like I
well,
can
why
do
can't
it
you
for
do it for
other
literally
people.
anyone else? I don't know. Discord's glitching again. I forget it was glitching earlier today too.
No, I think
Discord has
it's
been
the
glitching.
role. I think it's the role thing. I can't
Bro.
kick people with certain roles.
I don't
But then again,
know.
Saran can leave and join, so I don't. Or can he? Can Saran just join whenever he
Is
wants?
Rain? Okay.
Shout out to Saran.
I'm gonna get Rain in here. And Saran. Hey,
Let me listen to
Saran and
Infinity, right?
Rain, can you guys
No,
join really quick?
the-
The podcast?
Infinity comes from the
Hmm?
6 eyes, I'm pretty sure. Oh,
Oodie
dude.
kiss.
Can you guys join the podcast real quick?
Wait, aren't you doing a
Saran and Rain
podcast right now?
specifically? Thanks, Saran and Rain.
Oh.
What you said?
Wait,
Okay, they might be joining.
I think we're still live, y'all.
Well, yeah, we should be. No, I told you I was telling them I was gonna get them in here. We're gonna see if they join. I don't think they will. Oh my
Wait,
god,
I
he
saw
did
your
it. Okay,
stop.
okay,
Oh, there he is.
Rain. So Rain,
Go.
I might have kicked Kamui from the Discord server, and now I don't know how to give him his roles back.
But here's the thing that's weird. I can kick Rain, but Rain is the creator of the Discord, isn't
He
he?
has his role.
Yeah,
What are you talking
Rain
about?
made this
I
Discord
can kick
server,
Rain,
so I
but I
shouldn't.
can't kick King of Chaos or Oodie.
I shouldn't
Let
be
me see. That's
higher
because
than anyone. The King Case doesn't
Shouldn't
count.
Rain be the highest of all?
Yes.
Why can I kick him?
yeah, why can't you kick Chaos? I can kick Chaos.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, it's gotta be on Kamui's
We don't
end.
want it.
It's
Okay.
just on Kamui's end. That's so
No,
funny.
no, it's
Kamui
weird.
has his role.
Kamui doesn't work on
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Certain
I gave
people,
him
but
his
I can
roles
kick certain. I can kick other people, but not all of them.
Well, here's the thing. Me and Kamui both have the same Sharingan, so it doesn't work on me. I can actually negate his Kamui.
Wait, King of Chaos. If you right click on me, can you kick me?
Profile message, add, mute soundboard, disable, invite.
Should be red.
No.
No.
It says
Okay.
you're admin and you're a podcaster. But so I cannot kick
But
you.
can you kick me?
I
okay.
cannot currently.
That's
Until
so
I get
funny.
promoted to head
I
admin.
can't kick. I
alpha
can't
male
kick
chat.
the Rain account,
Whoa.
but I can kick the Vester account. Okay.
Oh, I think
The
the
real
rain
question
account is
why
the
is no
like
one playing
higher one.
Diablo?
If I
Okay, maybe that's why.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like I can't kick people with a certain rank.
oh yeah, Vester has talk role.
It's not.
and-
You can't kick anyone who doesn't like
yes,
Itachi.
Yeah.
But then
I'm the one who
Oh.
created half these. I created some of these roles anyway, so I don't even understand how I can't do it. Very confused.
I don't know what half these roles even do or mean.
So Kamui, you have
Half of them
admin.
are pointless now because we don't use the staff text and stream and stuff anymore because we just make group chats instead.
So Rain, apparently Kamui can only kick Sauron, so I wanted Sauron in here to get Sauron's explanation for that.
Well, I can kick more than Saran. I can kick Draco. I can kick,
No,
person
you should be able to
me,
kick
but I
everybody.
can't kick Mr. Spiraling. I can't
Yeah,
kick.
he has admin.
Can't kick
He has admin.
Rain.
You can't
I
kick.
think I secretly must have admin too.
No, you can't kick Ultra Trippy, Swifty, Zagi, Spiraling, Ood, Kamui, right?
That's
Bro, we
crazy.
should kick Trippy at this point. Bro, it's an answer in a month.
I don't know why you can't kick Chaos. I mean, I can. That's probably
Wait,
just so you.
but
can.
Rain, how could I kick Kamui?
You're higher than everybody else. You made the server.
You made the server,
I did not make the server.
didn't you?
Well, I was originally
did
gonna
not press
say
the-
maybe you made the
create the
server,
server.
Oodie,
That was you.
but then you said Rain made it, so I don't know.
You did make.
No, you pressed the button, like you press create server on the like I did everything in the server, but
Oh.
you pressed the button to make the server.
Oh.
I made the server, but you like made the server.
Bro, we're getting some walkie-talkie lore
You
in here that
birthed it,
not
he's
even
the
I
daddy.
do. It's crazy.
so that's why. Oh man, that's.
Hey, I'm the
annoying.
leader. I'm the king. Let's go. I'm number one.
Well, I mean, technically, I'm the king of chaos.
Oh, that's true.
I
You know, that's it.
Can
I'm
I
just gonna make
forsake
a.
my
You know what,
role
Oodie?
because you guys-
I think you'll love this idea, Oodie. I think you'll love this idea. It works perfectly with what I was talking about the other day with making a second Discord. I'm gonna make the walkie-talkie streaming podcast Discord. The walkie-talkie streaming channel Discord.
Yes.
It's a new server where I'll be the king.
Oh, wait, the walkie-talkie war has started? Damn, I'm
It
too late. I
has.
came back in time to prevent this, but
You know,
Oh, well.
actually, should we just make the #1 hyperactive knuckleheaded Discord server while we're at it?
Might as well. Get Trippy to do it. He's the king of that one.
Bro, honestly,
Shout out to Trippy.
I'm starting to think Trippy just did die at this point.
Oh no. It's so sad, but
Like,
literally
I mean,
true.
no, because like, how long has it been since that message the last time we talked to Trippy?
Bro, it's gotta be at
It's
least
been over a month.
A month, yeah. He hasn't uploaded in a month. He hasn't been on Steam in a month.
He hasn't made a community post. Is he respond?
Let's actually do some Trippy research right now. Has he responded to a single comment?
This is
in
not what the
this,
stream
like,
was
past
supposed to be.
I don't care what. Just anywhere.
Oh,
Let's just look. Now I'm curious.
To the
If
14
it isn't
viewers
obvious,
watching, I
we have
apologize
ADHD,
for
I don't know
this
what to
Shout out to
nonsense.
Trippy.
Shout out Trippy.
I don't know
Yeah,
you,
what
but
is it?
I'm not looking for smoke.
Well,
We're
Don't-
looking for answers.
we're looking
not
for
smoke.
anything.
Y'all. Then again, yeah, I guess y'all are my homies. So if y'all ride, I'd have to ride with y'all as an ally.
Mm.
So
There you go.
we'll start subtweeting the same channels in our videos.
Yeah,
It
if
looks
anything,
like Trippy responded to these comments like when the video came out.
yeah, we're not looking for smoke. We're sending him smoke signals in hopes of a response at all.
Wait, 7 hours ago it said he posted GTA
You're
5
looking at the
rap.
wrong Trippy.
Oh,
You look at Trippy
No,
Naruto.
actually, let's look at Trippy's second channel though.
let's look at his Twitter. Oh, what if he might just be copyright struck? Because once you get copyright struck, you lose access to a lot of your channel, right? He might be fighting it right now. That's what happened to me.
Yeah,
I went
that
He
would
MIA
doesn't
make
for
lose
like a month.
access to Discord though. right?
True, good point.
That
Good
wouldn't
point.
make
Yeah.
sense. Plus, like last time he talked, that wasn't the
I
issue
went
at all.
Peter Griffin.
Oh, didn't I even email him?
Yeah, we mentioned doing that, but yeah, did you do that?
Hey, everyone, if you're watching this late in, shout out to the Walky Talky podcast. They're lit.
Hey. Last I
Yeah,
saw,
and if
Tucker
anyone's heard
could
from
see he was
Trippy,
going
like,
to the
let us
store.
know.
Hey, I'll DM him and see if he'll collab with me.
Dude, actually do
Yeah,
it.
honestly, yeah.
That works.
Nah, y'all gonna get me.
No,
beat up
do
or
it
something.
because I don't.
Hey, I'll
no,
do it. I love
because-
collabs. Okay, if he says yes, though, is it
Yeah,
okay
there
if
you
I
go,
actually do
exactly.
it? Y'all ain't gonna get mad?
Yes, of course
Okay,
it
bet.
is. We just want to know if he's alive.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, bet.
I did
Oh,
email
well,
him.
Shoot.
I emailed him
You did.
13 days ago. I told
Bro,
him,
you
hey
snail
man,
ago.
your channel really caught my eye. I really like your videos. I was wondering if you want to do a collab sometime. Thanks.
Bro, he probably hates y'all for some reason that I don't know about. And when I'm gonna reach out to him, he's gonna hate me because of it. But hey, if you're a real homie, then your friend's ops are your ops. Unless your
Bro,
friends
he's
are the
literally he's one of the podcasters.
ops. Man, y'all say that, but it doesn't
He's
seem
one
like
of
it.
the
It
three.
seems
Like,
you don't
he's
F with
on the
y'all.
banner.
He
He's
here.
in the channel trailer.
But he's not in the trenches.
He's not.
So like,
I mean,
you
He
know what I'm saying?
was. He's
Yeah,
tapered
no,
off.
actually message him though because yeah, we're trying to because the
Okay, shit, I'll do it.
lightning snow hadn't heard from him in a while. That was supposed to be one of his friends as well.
His name's
Did
just
Free Game ever invite him onto the podcast?
He's
like we told him
literally
to?
online right now. He's like the red symbol. I think that means busy or whatever. But do not disturb.
Trippy,
But...
is worth your time? Wait a minute.
Wait, on Steam? He's on Steam right
no,
now?
he's on Discord.
Should we just try calling the group chat?
Oh my god. Y'all don't
Screw it.
Later.
All right, hold on. King of Cast, we will be right back.
All right. Now we play the waiting game.
That's crazy. Guys, so is that what the red symbol means? What does that do not disturb? How does that
Yeah,
compare to offline?
It means he's online. That's what it means.
But how do you set the do not what does the do not disturb do?
I don't know. It just tells people to not disturb you.
Okay.
Trippy, in fact, did not join.
So what about checking Steam? Okay, let's just go back to the stage then, I guess.
Yeah.
in here by myself.
Didn't work.
So now check Steam, I guess.
I'm not in here by myself. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, was the stream
Oh
still
my
going
god,
with
Trippy's
just me in here this whole time?
online on Steam. Currently online.
Okay, so he's alive.
He is alive.
Okay, so he's just ignoring us.
Yes. Glad we got to the
Damn.
bottom of
Okay.
it.
So that
Second
both makes me
channel.
feel better and worse, of course. But like,
Okay.
like overall, I'm glad that he's not dead,
So I'll
and
message
we
him
found an answer.
on Steam right now since he's currently online.
Jojo
What
versus
should I?
Urahara. Hold up.
Should we just mess him say Super Buddy Man stream?
Itachi
Yes,
versus
yes,
Azula?
I'll comment him right now.
Hold on, we gotta fight about some of these.
Super
'Cause
Buddy
He's drunk and he thinks
Man
that.
stream question mark? That's just the only. Oh
Bro,
my
that's
God.
ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
my
gonna hit him
God,
up and see if he
that's
wants to
so
collab.
funny. That is so funny.
You know,
Super Buddy Man
King of
stream.
Chaos. Still ask about the collab. We might as well figure out if he answers you.
All right, y'all. I don't want no smoke.
Bro,
But,
there's
like-
not gonna be any smoke. Trippy literally said that we were the coolest guys in this space, according to him. Like we
Where
are
he
his
switched up?
favorite.
Where's he
Like,
at?
that's what he told us. Okay,
He's-
like
My mother told me she loved me. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Things ain't always what they seem. Oh. Wait, why won't it let me access this dude's email? That's his
Email?
That's
website.
wild,
Oh,
bro.
there it is. There it is.
Well, if you email me, just
Gotcha.
Discord message him.
Discord message him?
He's been playing
He's-
Rust
he's
for
gonna see that
2
we're
hours.
mutuals.
I wonder, Kamui, do you own Rust?
Rust?
Ew. Wait, hold up. He's on Rust?
No, what? I don't know what that game is.
I wonder if we could,
Oh,
if he
God,
plays a
that's good,
game
Kamui.
that like we own, we could probably
good.
join his game.
Oh my God.
And
What
then
is
if there's
wrong with
like
y'all?
if there's like proximity voice or whatever, we could just track him down to talk to him.
so funny.
Might be
Do you
quitting
own the
YouTube.
game? What is the game?
Bro, that's like Pokemon
Rust
Go,
is a-
but there's only one Pokemon. Just track him down.
Guys,
Do you
Rust is
have it?
awful.
It's not awful.
Rust is awful. It is.
Oh,
It has
Rust
the
is
the
awful.
worst of the worst of the world on it. Rust has the most toxic community, like dang near ever.
Well, that explains
It might just be the worst. Like
Yeah.
they have you guys
It
seen?
changed, Trippy.
Hold up, have you guys don't know about Rust? Like actually, like no cap. Because
I've
it's
never
bad.
played it.
Oh my god, just look it up. It's unfettered servers where people can build whatever they want. I think you know where this is going.
Okay.
Oh god.
It's a 4-letter word that will definitely get instant demonetization, is all I'll say. That people like to call themselves on the internet to be cool. And they build bases honoring those same groups.
It's
of
weird that
4-letter
they
word.
build nerds
Kurama-
in Rust, but hey, people can do whatever they want to
Ah, I see. Okay. That's 5 letters, but hey.
do. Well, nerd is the word.
But you know what?
but-
Hey. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone who
What?
plays that is. I don't know about your boy, but like that community, y'all need to get him out of there. Before he's on 4chan
Oh my god.
talking about some. Every man should have the right to be with 20 women if he wants to be. Crazy stuff like that. I'm telling you, bro. Starts out with some normal stuff, and they're sniffing glue. You're debating people on gravity. And now birds are government tools, which that could be true, as far as like some of them at least. But
Oh my god.
Honestly, Oodie, I think it would be hilarious to do that, but I don't. If this game sucks, I'm not gonna play it. I don't really feel like buying it.
Oh,
So
no,
I'd rather
it would
just
be a
if you
different
have it,
game.
I can just.
And I don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
what do you guys play? Anybody play Diablo 4?
Me and Kamui only play
I've been playing too
balloons.
much BTD sticks. Yeah, playing a lot of balloons lately.
Darn, I'm an Overwatch, Risk of Rain, currently a Diablo 4, Magic the Gathering, Master Duel. I play a lot of games actually. I'm gonna start a second
have you,
channel.
have
just
you
for
ever
gaming
tried
on it.
Super Buddy Man?
What about?
You can be the third person
Oh,
in the 2-player game.
yeah.
We're looking for a third person.
I don't like how you said that. I ain't gonna lie.
we've literally done it before.
Oh,
We've made it work that time. where we just shared a player like between 2 different computers across the world.
We actually made it 4-player with Cam. It was 2 people per buddy.
Yeah.
You guys are PC gamers, obviously, right?
Now
Oh,
I am.
Barely,
Yeah.
in my case, but
I mean, like, as far as like, if you do game, you probably don't have a PlayStation. I'm guessing you use like a computer, since you're also
yeah, I don't have a
creating.
PlayStation. I have a Wii, a GameCube, my laptop, my phone. Actually, there might be an Xbox in my house. Not, I think we found that out.
What are you
Yeah, I
using
have,
right now
it's
to
old.
stream
Xbox
with?
and a PlayStation.
My laptop.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna
Like,
stream.
I'll never get another console. When the PS5, the new one that just came out, apparently it only works with certain TVs. Like, what?
Really?
Yes.
Crazy.
That's annoying.
How they justify it is like, oh, it's for the super ultra high definition stuff. It's like, well, you need a special TV. Well, who provides those TVs? Well, Sony provides TVs. If you at a lot of Best Buy, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. So they need a TV from the company to use a game bought by the company.
Yeah, it's just to get you to
Already.
buy their stupid TV.
Yeah, that's so corny. You're basically if you need a monitor for your game, then you need a PC. That, like, there's Lethal Company. That's fun as heck lately.
Yeah, that just
Wait,
makes it really expensive. But
I agree. Speaking of, when are we going to talk about the chapter? Actually, I just realized that. Like, we're like,
yeah,
what,
actually,
2-3 hours in? I don't know how
You're
long you
the
guys do these
kings
streams
of
for.
derail. You're the king of chaos. We're the king of derailing.
I can tell. Like, shoot, like I was just. Well, we were talking about Itachi, then Naruto, then Jiraiya.
Bro, we haven't even officially started. Oodie pulled up the first panel and we never got past it.
Oh, by the way, you're wrong on something too, Kamui. Lie about your reactions, okay? I'm sorry. I read a chapter like 5 or 6 times before I do my review on it, and before I like review and give my thought. Like, I'm not just coming up with that at the top. They're absolutely right. Read it and give them the reaction. Your viewers want it. It's not about what you want, bro. No offense. I wanted to say that the other day. The other day,
what are you talking about?
Someone was asking about, like, you react to the chapter, you record yourself doing it after you've read it once to make sure that you've, like, you don't get caught up or stumble on any words or anything. And you were saying that it wasn't authentic to do that. It was either you or Oodie-kun.
No, we were talking about Oodie. No, so that thing was about Oodie saying that it would. So the way I did this month, for example, is I did a video on like the very early spoilers before there were translations, and then I want to do a live stream of me reading the actual chapter, like, so I actually read the dialogue and what's said in the chapter.
And he was saying to do a video.
Oodie was saying it would be better to do it the other way around. And while in terms of like to get a more chapter raw reaction, and on one hand, yes, my point there was from a content perspective, then there would be no point in the spoiler video because I've already read the chapter.
That's not true.
So I would him on this nonsense.
No,
that's
because
not true,
I've tried to explain to a King of Chaos.
Sorry,
he just has no brain in between those 2 years of his.
I'm not done explaining it. There wouldn't be a point to the spoiler video because I've already read the whole chapter, so I would just do a chapter video. But if I do that, then I lose the Viz chapter video that I was going to do because I've already done a chapter review. I'm not going to do a chapter review again, just with a slightly different translation. Because it's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
Just with a different translation.
No, it is not. No, okay, it is. 1, it's not. 2, again, I ain't telling you how to run your bag. You've obviously been doing this longer than me. But in my opinion, and I believe in like your audience opinion, based on how well you guys you guys had 14 people watching this thing at 1 a.m. I've seen. I mean, if there's a demand, you should supply it. That's all I'm gonna say on it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, I understand you feel that way, and maybe from a time perspective, that's correct, and maybe from a logistical standpoint, every other aspect. But if it's purely about the numbers and like what your viewers or viewership would benefit from, I 100% would reconsider that approach.
Facts.
Well, I mean, in my case, I don't know. Like, right now I don't get as many views in general because of consistency from the last several months. But ignoring that, I mean, I get way more views on a video than I do a stream. Like I get a lot
of course.
I get a decent amount of people in the stream. Like the last one I did, I had like 70 for half the time. But I'm just gonna unlist it because the watch time aspects that every single streamer YouTuber tells me to do. So I
Your
unlist
last
it
video
anyway.
4 days ago did 7,000.
Yeah, so that'd be low for me.
Okay, I understand that, and I totally get that. But like the 2 weeks prior to that did 6,000, whereas
Yeah, those
and
were pretty bad.
yeah, sure. Then the 3 weeks prior to that did 9,000, and then 4,000.
Yeah, it's been bad for the last several months because I've only posted like 2 videos a month.
But like when I'm looking back and seeing the other ones, the only difference between this and the other times are that it seems like you're posting more now, which is good. But the other ones, it seems like there was like a month in between. Like you're getting more views, just not per video, but you're also posting more. They need more time to marinate.
Those last two, I don't know why. It was kind of ironic. Just random, I guess, talk about this. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I would have thought the views would be going back upwards again.
Well, they are though. Like, I'm looking at the.
Well, they're not because the last few have been pretty low by comparison. But it was steadily going downhill, and I get why. But then I thought it was going to go back uphill. It's just not. I think it's just going to take a while. That happened to me before. There was one summer I didn't post for 2 months. And so it took a couple months before I started to get good again. But
what I'm saying is, it seems like right now you're posting more of you and people are liking it. That's all I'm saying. And I just feel like if there's enough. I mean, I'm telling you this because I watch you. So take that as you will, with a grain of salt and everything. You ain't trying to shoe shine or anything. But again, as a consumer. And I'm like, that's kind of what I base some of my videos off of as well. I obviously talk about the things I want to talk about, but I also have to consider like what people want to watch. And I do think there'd be a market for that. I think you could just as easily do the initial spoilers, the secondary unofficial spoilers, then the Viz Media official translation review. Absolutely.
Well, that's what I am doing. Although I didn't, the stream just gets unlisted.
He
but
just does it
that's what I did.
order.
I did Oodie's arguing about the order. The reason for the unlisting it is because basically everyone a lot of people have just told me that basically because of the watch time aspects, it just ends up being bad to have them stay up. Like even for example, 6 will stream a decent amount. He always unlists them. Swagtucker does the same thing. Like they all seem to do it for a reason.
Yeah,
they unlist their streams after.
That's the point.
But then again, Kamui, they could just do it because everyone else told them to do it. That's why you do it. It's like,
yeah, I don't agree with that.
If King of Chaos was looking at you, well, you do it because everyone else told you to do it. Well,
Yeah,
everyone else probably
honestly,
did it because everyone else told
we
them
have
to
this
do
talk
it.
too, because I watched all of y'all for a minute, a while, years. And a lot of the things I did, I was doing because I saw most of y'all do it. He's absolutely right. Thumbnail designs, intros. I'm like, wait a minute. But why am I doing it? So I started doing some research. I looked into things like tags, for example. Tags are worthless. They do nothing for your video.
Yeah.
They nothing. No one. I'll fight anyone on that. They're wrong. They're
I
wrong.
still use them just in case, but they allegedly don't do much.
And once I realized that certain things don't matter, but everyone was doing them, I was able to streamline my approach because I cut out a lot of the fat, a lot of the fluff of, okay, this person did this person did that. Here's what I'll say. I did lives a lot. As long as you're consistent with them, I disagree. What I would do, trim them. Just trim them. Trim them down to 15, 20 minutes then.
Yeah, so that's the thing. But then, for one, then I have to do that. But ignoring that aspect, because that's just me being lazy at that point.
No,
for
it's not.
a whole
It's not
I don't know
lazy.
what I would trim out because I feel like I'm one of those people that I feel like I want to keep all the things that were said. I hate
respectfully,
I'm in the same way.
here. Again, I'm not trying to give you any advice because I know, again, everyone here has been doing this longer than me. But what I do is I go to my analytics, I look at the top moments, I find in the section that people watch the most, and I cut everything but that. I make sure it's a nice transitional point, and I would cut that. That's how I got my watch time up. Because I was able to get the 4,000 watch hours in a year, which that was difficult. It was difficult as hell. But live streaming was a huge part of that. like a gigantic part. I think it accounted for at least 30% of my, probably more than 30%. Yeah, probably more than 30% of my overall watch time. And you just trim it down. I had one video from like a Risk of Rain live stream I did. I cut it down to like a quick 10 minutes of me showing a quick showcase of character. Did like 20,000 views. Now I ended up having to delete it because I repurposed my channel into anime and manga stuff only. But 100% no. Just trim it. Because if you trim it, then it becomes a video. It's not a live stream. No one's gonna watch a 3-hour video. But if
that's the thing. That's why I enlisted.
But people will watch 8-minute segments. So trim it down to 8 minutes.
But then I have to ask, okay, how do I want to do? Because to some extent, that's what my chapter video is anyway. Just the condensed version of that stream. I guess, except I have more time to script it out.
But it's not giving you your raw, organic thoughts, though, like you have right now.
I've been telling Tommy to upload podcast clips for a year now.
In this case, it's a little bit different. That's how I wasn't doing the live stream for a little bit. I was just doing my chapter reviews in that manner. I just raw recorded them. But I got some comments recommending, hey, why don't you try doing a stream of that and then have your chapter video be one you've thought out and scripted so that you're not just like harping on the same random point for 5 minutes straight, like I tend to do in those off the cuff things. So that's why I was like, all right, let me try doing the stream thing again so that I can do it that way. So that's where that came from.
Fair enough. I guess overall, when I think about it, I just know that when my content creators I enjoy watching make more content, I never have a problem with it. Ever. And yeah, you're right, it is more work. But that feature I use, like I said, if you're doing all these anyway, especially when you do so much of them, condensing them like that and just trimming them down, finding the segment where people paid the most attention to, might be worth considering. Because, Udakun's right. A lot of y'all, like some of the older content creators, not older content creators, like people who've been doing it for longer, a lot of the things y'all did that I did, I just stopped because, like, hold up. This isn't working because they're not doing this because them doing this isn't why it's working. It's working because they're them.
Mr.
Same
Beast
with like
even said it's a
hashtags,
bad
like
idea.
certain hashtags.
Because Mr. Beast said all the people that were copying the previous Mr. Beast are failing because Mr. Beast realized the thing he was doing was wrong.
So he switched it up.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
People are copying his old style, and that's why they're failing.
And that's why I try to do. I've been trying at least to do mine a little bit differently. I mean, like there were times where certain people would have music in their videos for like months on end, and then they would stop, and I'm like, I really like music in mine, but maybe I guess it's not trending now. And then I'm like, I like a little bit of light music in the background for now. So like,
I love to have the background music. Like one of my favorite parts of watching my own videos is just listening to the background music in the videos. That's one of my 3 favorite things to do. It's to watch the goofy edits, to listen to any goofy thing I may have said, and the background music. That's why I watch my videos.
I love the background music on some videos too. Like, it's so catchy, and like that's you get people to like brand recognition. They remember you. They remember what you. The way you talk, the way that your videos do, your introduction. That's why I typically start my introductions now the same way. I'll give like a quick spiel, and then somewhere in there I'll throw in, "Yo, everybody, it's your boy King of Chaos," and I'll make sure that clicks on the screen. That's my favorite too. I love that my editor can like do that. If I could be better at editing, though, I swear I'd do it. But like, editors have the roughest job. It feels like, man. I mean, Kamui, just the way that you guys. I mean, this setup can't be easy, especially with the times when you guys do this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, what? I'm not trying to be weird, but like, what times are you guys Central? Are you U.S. or is it
Eastern? So right now it is
like 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
That's crazy. Y'all are wild.
We haven't even started the review.
Oh, sorry. Before you guys can start, I'm actually going to guacamole and dip. I have to be a loser who gets some rest.
Well, fair enough.
It's so funny.
I'm
He
sorry,
came on to do the review with us, and then we presented you everything but the review.
Wait, hold up. I'm invited to do the review with y'all? I thought I was just hopping in to say hi and talk and stuff until we started the review. I thought that's why I was here this whole time. Oh man,
Well, I mean, you were just here to do whatever.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really
Oh,
matter what you do.
man.
But the review was allowed. You weren't
I
like
was literally
unallowed.
talking to you guys in stream about how if they wanted us to do a collab, they have to bother you two about it because I would kill for it. I love collabs, but I have to be responsible adult. Kill me. All right,
Ooh.
whatever. I'll steal you guys next time for chapter 11, unless we get a break. In the next month.
Yeah, you're
Sounds
welcome
good.
on like any
Yeah.
stream, but we don't already have it guessed.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Next time I typically like to watch them, but I'll pop in the chat next time. I just never want to be one of those people who thinks he's invited everything because that gets weird and awkward. It's like, bro, don't invite yourself over to my crib and eat my food all the time type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, gentlemen. Walky Talky podcast. Smash that like button for my homies, even though they're beefing. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde.
We're not beefing. We're just gonna get to the chapter. We're not gonna go back to Itachi.
All right. Bye, everybody.
But
Have a good night.
bro, it's funny he says that, Kamui, because like earlier today, I sent you like the stuff to clip up. I sent that to you on Discord. You're like, that doesn't answer my question. Well, anyways, that doesn't. It's like 3 hours into the podcast, because I was just like skimming through it. I was like, oh my god, we're arguing like crazy. How does this go on another 4 hours? And then I skip ahead like 5 minutes, and it's just like peaches and daisies, and like it just never happened, and we're just laughing and goofing off like it never happened. I'm like, what did I miss? How do we transition from that to this?
That's because, well, it's so funny, but it's because because I'm not actually like mad at you. It's like I'm mad at the argument. Like it is like it's the same thing. Like we're just passionately arguing for whatever we're arguing for, and it's just like, but we're not actually like mad at each other. Even like when we're like, I'm gonna ban you, like it's not actual anger. It's almost like joke mad. I don't even know how to explain it. Because we're both not the type of people to actually get like real mad and stay mad. It's just like,
Yeah.
Like even if you get mad at work when something happens, all it takes is 20 seconds later, I'm like fine again. I just forget. And at the time we'd be arguing, I just forget about it. Like.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any care to talk more about Itachi right now. We can talk about that with my main man girl Cam, as well as user BN9X whatever he is.
Speaking of that, let's review the chapter.
Sure. Which, by the way, this is a nitpick and like a thing that doesn't actually
By
matter.
the way, I thought I was planning on ending around this time so that I could like not be up late, but because we're starting this so late, I don't know. We didn't really review the chapter, so I feel like we gotta like do something.
Okay. It was just a really tiny thing. It doesn't actually matter. I hate the fact that her leg just healed off screen and just already better. Like, I wanted to actually see it in the same way that we saw Naruto's chest hole fill in the Naruto vs. Sasuke fight in part 1.
Yeah, I agree. Granted, they did that, but granted, it is consistent with Boruto. They did the same thing with Ishiki. He just healed off screen.
But Boruto's arm didn't look messed up. It just was internally.
Let's go back and look at what it looks like in the manga.
I don't even think we see it in the manga. Beyond the initial break, like it's just a close up of bored Shiki trying to pretend to sleep on the ground.
Okay, 51 will have it.
Well, chat, how you doing tonight? The chat's slowed down considerably, but Haystation says the grocery store was the Daikoku.
Well, I mean, okay, we do see it bent pretty wonky.
Can you put in chat?
Let's take a picture of the whole page so you can see it from 2 different angles. The bottom right and top left kind of shows it. Which, by the way, this one's also kind of goofy in terms of like, well, how did Ishiki do that? But at least it makes a little bit more sense because it's not twisting. He just like does it, I guess.
Sure.
How are these characters doing this? Like, is there like a arm breaking technique we just don't know?
I mean, they can just karate chop the back of the neck and it just knocks them out. Like, there's just things they just do.
Well, does that work in real life?
I'm gonna go with no. Not the same way it's portrayed. Same with in Naruto movie 2. One of the main characters just punches Naruto in the stomach, and that just knocks him out. But like that's like the intent of what they were doing. Like they were intending to punch them in the stomach and have that knock him out.
Yeah, I've seen that a million times. That just happens a million times in anime. The stomach punch knocks them out.
Again, they're not punching them really hard like in a fight or anything. They're punching them to knock them out. That was the intended purpose. But yeah.
And they went for the stomach instead of the head.
Can I just mention, by the way, on this panel, Ishiki's foot and just leg in general is like twice as big as Boruto's entire body. It's absurd.
Where do you see his... Wait, where do you see his foot?
Not his foot, just his leg. When he kicks him on the left.
Oh.
Like, it is as big as Boruto's entire body. That is absurd.
That's crazy. Like, Boruto's like grabbing onto his leg like a tiny kid.
Like,
Hey,
maybe
but look at
Sakura
the top right
does
panel,
work
though.
on him.
Boruto's head is like at his stomach. So how did Boruto catch Sakura gun on him? Like, that's wild.
Okay, well.
How big is Ishiki? Also, any response from Trippy?
No.
Probably not.
Rip. Okay.
I don't understand, bro.
I don't know. We'll just cover.
What did we do
cover
wrong?
So moving on. I don't think we mentioned this. Inogene's bird is freaking huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this might be the biggest ink beast we've seen in the entire franchise by far. And it's consistent too. It's not just this first panel. It's in every panel of this bird. How did he do this? Did he level
birds
up?
Are fairly big too.
Yeah, not this big. Not anywhere.
I mean, he did have the time skip, I guess.
This is crazy. This is genuinely like almost the size of like a Boeing plane. One of those 747 like aircrafts. Crazy. Okay. So this first line here. You should know by now that there is no way you can escape. So I'm totally looking too far into this, but he's technically said like the same idea to Boruto. Is there something that he's hinting at or foreshadowing that we don't know about Jura? Or is he just saying that like in general? Because he's saying there's no way that they can escape.
In Viz, he says they must know that they can't outrun us.
Never mind. I mean, still, it's kind of the same thing he said to Boruto. He can't run from his fate or whatever. It's inevitable. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, the other one said they should understand that running is futile. So it seems to be like they should know they can't run away.
Okay, but is that just because Jura is faster than them? Or is there because it's some fate shenanigans that link and tether them together or something? Because he says there's no way.
I don't think he's connected to Team Shikacho by fate. Maybe he is, but
Okay. We got Team E
this
shows
is
up.
completely random. I'm looking at the next page, and again, this is actually it might help if I take a screenshot. I'm genuinely curious. It looks to me, again, this is gonna sound kind of wild. It looks to me like Boruto is taking his break at Naruto's old house as a kid. That's just what this looks like. I'm just gonna look to see if I can find a freaking manga panel.
You know what? I know what you're talking
like,
about.
When they just outside
I don't even have to look at the Boruto panel. I kind of agree. It does look like it. That said,
like
it was kind of destroyed.
when would they just like show that?
Where does Naruto live after the Pain invasion?
Does Boruto live in a house?
Because like Naruto goes to Turtle Island pretty soon after, or even the 5 Kage Summit, I should say. Like his house isn't rebuilt by then, his apartment buildings, I should say. Did Naruto live in apartments after Pain? Or did he get a house? Like his own dedicated house. It's like a hero of the village even. Whenever he returned, I guess.
I don't know.
I can imagine Yamato fixing him up.
I'm just trying to find
special.
a picture just so I can show chat like of Naruto being outside the house, because like I found a picture, but it's not really the best because there's a lot of dialogue on it. It's also at a different angle, but it's I mean it could just be any balcony. It just so happens that Naruto lived on a balcony, but that's just what that reminds me of.
Are you gonna post it in chat?
This isn't a good one because it's the perspective makes it look different. That's why I don't really want to post this, but
okay. Moving on then, I guess.
But I'll post it anyway. But this I want to find a different one if we can, because this makes it look like it's not the same.
I'm sure there's plenty, including in the anime and the movies.
Yeah, the anime probably be better, but anyway, this is just the first one I found.
Probably some covers as well. Interesting.
Let me try chapter 1.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
not the
58
same
pages.
in this, but you know. Plus, again, I'm pretty sure the village wasn't rebuilt the same exact way. I think they did just restructure or whatever when they're rebuilding after Pain. So I don't think Naruto's old apartment building was rebuilt in the same place or way it was originally anyways. But it could have been.
I just think it would be a random cool detail if Boruto just was at Naruto's house.
I agree, yeah. Completely.
Like, it doesn't add anything to the story. It's just cool.
You think there's any particular reason Boruto's hair is just jutting upwards now? It's like a power thing? A Momoshiki thing, even?
Hair product.
Okay. Fair enough. Got like a glow to it.
I mean, he's got the Uchiha style.
Stupid.
You don't know Uchiha's hair like that, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Okay, so are we moving on from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, in Viz, Nishi and that guy's arm and leg aren't all screwed up. And it is insanity how messed up they got in this version. like just by comparison. Oh, let me just take a picture so you can see.
Okay. So by
I
the
don't
way,
understand how.
Hilarious. I mean, it must have been the people taking out the watermarks that just added their own art to try and make it look the original, kind of. But I don't know. Fill it in as quick as possible.
I don't know, because it's just like weird. Like,
Maybe
I
they
don't know how
magic
that
selected
happened.
it like I do. Oh, so we have Konohamaru and Nishi and Blank and Blank. Do we know these two?
No, we know. Yep, we know the guy on all the way to the left.
Yeah.
He is one of the two guys that Ishiki confronts when he first invades and is politely asking where Naruto is.
Because I knew
The other
I
guy died,
recognized
but
them.
that guy on the left is the one who didn't die.
Yeah.
The one in the back, it's impossible to tell. His face is covered.
But do we know his name?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Holy crap, dude. That is absurd how different it is. That's
Like, it's just a
absurd.
normal leg and hand. I don't understand. Like,
Oh my god. Dude, that's hilarious.
now go back to the other one.
Yeah. It just looks like
Like,
a
it makes it look
robot
like they have
part.
like prosthetic body parts.
Yeah.
It makes it look like, maybe Team E did run into trouble.
Oh my god. That is absurd. Okay.
And how did Konohamaru's hand not get messed up in this, considering its proximity? Like,
That's a good point. But as we see later in the chapter,
actually, it did get slightly messed up. It did get slightly messed up. His, the lower part of his sleeve is actually a little bit wrong. Now I'm looking side by side.
Okay. Interesting. But anyways.
It's the same Shikamaru's hair is not messed up in his final arc.
Okay. Good to know.
All these things are just watermark removal.
What about on this panel of Boruto? They took out the railing, the top railing. It's just the sticks sticking up.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird. Yeah, it's in there.
But it's in the
It's in
panels
the other
above.
one.
Yeah. Or wherever it was. No, I saw it.
The
so
railing's just
weird.
gone.
Yeah.
That's funny. We didn't even notice.
What happened?
So funny. I hate to say it, but we can have so much fun just doing that with like every panel.
Oh god.
The chapter's just riddled with these.
Okay. So later in the chapter, it just seems like these guys just disappear randomly. I don't know where they went, especially the guy in the back. Like, we just go down
Let's
to it.
look.
Like, yes, this guy's still here. That's fine. But at this point, I don't think Nishi's even here anymore. No, Nishi's still there, but like the third guy is just not there. I guess fourth guy. We just never see him again.
I want to see. When did I already skim over it? When's the part when Hidari's talking to the guy?
Yeah, the other two were still there with Konohamaru, but the fourth guy just isn't there ever again.
He's there when Jura flies away. We see all four. Then you just don't see him.
That's the end of it. Yeah, we just don't see him after that. Like, we don't get like the widest
I mean, we don't
shot
get the
ever,
perspective to see him.
but yeah, he could just be off screen.
But like,
but they really kept him off screen, I guess.
yeah, because they have Nishi and Konohamaru running to Sarada. They're just like, well, why even include him then?
What if next chapter he does catch up to Himawari? That's where he was running this whole time. Once Jura left, he had no reason to stay. Hidari was focused on Konohamaru. He just snuck out.
Actually, he just followed. Yeah, he just followed Jura, while Konohamaru was dealing with Hidari.
Yeah.
That's funny. Also, I found another goofy Jura hair
Yeah.
panel.
Another
We'll
one.
get to it. It's late. It's when he kicks Inoji, but we'll get to
Sure.
it.
So I'm gonna scroll down a bit. We'll do a different stream dedicated just to the main topics. We'll do everything that isn't it for now, I guess. So
Okay, then I guess we could skip to this one. Or all right, go ahead.
okay. I actually did watch your reaction to the chapter today. I say watch as if I wasn't listening at 2x speed in the background while playing balloons, but you caught something that I was gonna bring up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways. This Tel Beast Bomb, to our knowledge, didn't explode. I'm calling it Tel Beast Bomb. It's not a Tel Beast Bomb. It might be, but we don't know. This black orb that exploded previously, this one didn't, seemingly. It just cut through the ink and didn't explode in the distance, as far as we know. You say it
Almost
didn't.
like a true secret orb in that sense.
Yeah, you say it didn't. I'm saying because it's off screen, we don't know, but it's weird that it doesn't seem like it did at any point ever. Feels like we would have got something like that. But even more interesting.
It's kind of just like.
Go ahead.
It's kind of like the Rasengan or a true secret orb in terms of how it was used.
Is like that. But so tailed beast bombs seem like they explode on contact. And maybe there's like a minimum amount of contact, because I guess you could say like air pressure would make it explode on contact. Maybe ink just isn't dense enough to trigger it. But
yeah,
that's interesting because like, could tailed beast bombs carve through a mountain without exploding if it had enough force?
Well, so about that, I don't know off the top of my head if this is anime only or if it's in the manga too, but 4 through 6 Tails Naruto or 4 through 7 Tails Naruto did make like laser beams that just like sliced rocks in the anime at least.
Yeah.
So it is possible that like Jura's just doing that, I guess.
People look at Two Tails, Yugito.
Fired off not like a laser beam though in this case.
People look at Yugito in her full form versus Hidan and Kakuzu, and they look at the aftermath and they look at the like craters and the rocks behind them, and they say that tailed beast bombs just drilled through without exploding, which is evidence of that. The problem with that, there's so many problems with that. First of all, it could have been Yugito just using any other jutsu, like a fireball, fire style jutsu would do the same thing. We know it would. We see it. And then we literally see Hidan and Kakuzu are able to do the same thing as well. They're like all of their elemental natures.
And I'm not really sure about them. I mean, maybe they can tank Biju bombs, but like if they can tank I guess Kakuzu didn't have his diamond armor when Naruto with Rasen Shuriken, and that would be weak to wind style anyway. But I was gonna say they can tank Biju bomb, but like if Hidan can tank a Biju bomb, like I don't know, bro.
Well, he's immortal, so I'm not gonna say he tanks it. Like, I think he gets the same amount of damage as anyone else would. He just doesn't die from it. But that's not tanking.
Yeah, but like when his arm would still get obliterated, right? He doesn't just like regrow it.
But he can just
based off what we've seen.
He can just get stitched back together like immediately. Especially if
but
that's
it didn't seem like he was.
Combo.
No, but I don't think he could just get stitched back together. If his arm is obliterated, what is there to stitch?
So I don't know, because that's weird, because like, was Hidan's body atomized, or was his body parts scattered off screen? Because if you hypothetically, if his body parts were just vaporized, okay, if Shikamaru also vaporized his head, well, he's immortal. What happens?
I don't know.
There's just 0 cells left, but he can't die. So
Until he dies of starvation.
so I don't know, but
I don't know. Yeah. How it works. Like hypothetically, like Borushiki does the Masterverse Sengon of Hidan instead of Boro. Like, so is Hidan just like alive, just like screaming as an atom until he dies of starvation? Borushiki just hearing voices. He's like, go away.
energy can't be created or destroyed, so it's a literally air molecules of Hidan are just in agonizing pain, regretting all life decisions.
It's such a weird form of immortality that he has. It's just like he just doesn't die no matter what. It's not that he heals anything. It's just that he just is still alive anyway.
Bro, people, here's the thing. We can't be going around saying Hidan can just tank tail beast bombs when his ear is just getting cut and not healing from like a kunai.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, bro. Wait, how does that work?
Exactly.
So, but he doesn't seem like he'd be fast enough to just. I don't know. Like, I don't. He must not have been hit by any. Like,
I still to this day don't understand how Kakashi survived Hidan and Kakuzu's combo immortal duo team move thing that they had, other than just plot. Like, he just didn't die from it when he should have, honestly speaking.
yeah, bro.
For
They were
what
like
it's
dishing
worth.
out like some insanity stuff. Like
they had one move where like Hidan literally, the point is that he sacrifices himself so that Kakuzu can just kill both of them, except Hidan doesn't die because he's immortal. And like Kakashi just got hit with it, like point blank. Like there's no defense, no guard. No, he just should have died.
yeah, he just lost his jacket. Like
No, I refuse to believe that's not literally plot armor divinity just saving him. It's nonsense. So what thing did you have?
oh, it's made extra clear in the Viz version, but this is just a talking point. Like this could actually be a big talking point for a lot of reasons. But Jura basically says, actually, I'll just pull up the quote.
He explains what devouring means.
Oh, I know
and
where
he
you're going with
says,
this.
We
Yeah.
call it devour. So this is the Viz version. We call it devour, but you simply become nourishment for me inside this tree. It isn't painful, blah, blah, blah. The other one of mine is, despite saying I'd eat you, you're merely becoming nourishment in the form of this tree. I don't remember what yours
Mine
says.
is, even if you
Oh, yeah.
say you'll eat,
Say you'll eat.
you'll be my mere nourishment within this tree. No pain, no fear. Eventually, the sensation will go away. The pain in your legs will leave soon.
Say like, well, besides that hilariousness, he's basically saying, so like what he did in chapter 9 is this, he wasn't trying to just trap her. That just was him trying to devour her. That's just what it is for him. However, the talking point is, how does that apply? Okay, so we know with the claw grind, they literally bite. They just bite you. For Jura, he does a wood style thing. What does Hidari, Bug, and Matsuri do?
Bug, we've already
Because-
seen. He'll use his crab Pac-Man claw hand and devour you whole. That's what he was going to do to Boruto, but he flying Raijin'd out.
Okay, so then the question, so then this gets into an interesting thing. Okay, that's what you say for Bug. Okay, that's fine, because that makes sense. In the case of Bug, Hidari, and Matsuri, they have never once used the wood style like Jura. Like, they use other things, so it does feel like only Jura uses wood style, or they can use wood style. Nobody does it. With Mats, okay, but this is where it gets interesting. You could interpret as maybe the character has to land a hit with their specialty move. So Jura, wood style, bug, the crab claw hand thing. Hidari went up to Sarada, didn't try to use wood style, didn't try to bite her. He went up with a freaking Chidori.
Yeah.
Okay? Like he's trying to kill her. So if you wanted to assume maybe that's how Hidari actually does his devouring. He hits you with a Chidori. He used it on Boruto too. And then I guess like he just sucks up her chakra via the Chidori. Okay. But then I gotta ask, but Matsuri used her jutsu, the gravel jutsu, on Boruto. And it's not exactly implied as though she was devouring him in that moment. Like Boruto was just trapped. That was the end of it. So I'm a little bit skeptical because of that. You could argue he just wasn't there long enough, but they didn't make it seem like like the fight was just not over. So it doesn't seem like that was devouring for Matsuri, even though that's her jutsu. So then I have to question Chidori being Hidari's devour technique. But if it's not his devour technique, it's like, okay, why is he using Chidori on Sarada? That would lead credence to him not actually wanting to devour her. But anyway,
So I was talking about this earlier today.
How do you think Hidari devoured?
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier today with Mr. Spiraling, this entire conversation. There's at least 3, probably 4 different ways that we've seen or have an idea of how they could possibly devour. Because what do the Shinjuu mean when they say devour? We don't know. Based on how it was originally depicted, again, the claw grimes, they just bite you and you turn into a tree. But like the point is, like, if you're an Otsuki, then you probably wouldn't turn into a tree. I think so. You don't think so? That's fine. We can just agree to disagree for now.
No, I think they would turn into a divine tree.
Oh my god. The bug one, it clearly eats you whole with his hand. I personally think you seem to disagree. I think they can all modify their body. I don't think that's scientific ninja tech that the bug Shinjuu just had, because it wouldn't apply to the bug Shinjuu body.
They
only on the bug's normal body.
But here, all right, so hold on. They can. Sasuke modifies his hand into a sword, for example. The question is, can they only modify it in... This sounds goofy, but realistically, there might be a thing where they just will only do this. Not that they can, but will they only modify their bodies in ways that resemble the moves of the person they're copying? So Sasuke's case, it's a sword. What does Sasuke wield? A sword. So Matsuri, I don't know what it would be. We haven't seen enough from Moegi, but like in Bug's case, the crab claw hand might be related to something Bug could do. We don't know. But can Sasuke do the crab claw hand? I don't know. He might only be able to make swords. Or shuriken. I don't know. But
okay. Well, I think they all can do the crab claw hand because that's how they would eat. Because I don't think...
But then why doesn't Jura do that? Why is he using wood style instead?
Because I don't think he's trying to devour Himawari right now. This is a possibility for what he means. But we don't know what his plan is.
He basically is saying, this is how I devour.
Is this going to be the end result, though? Is he not going to do anything after this?
He just sucks her up, and then whatever happens to him happens. It seems like sucking her up via the tree just transfers over to him. Kind of like, normal divine tree shit. What Jura's doing makes him feel like more of a divine tree than a Ten Tails, whereas what Bug was doing made him feel more like a Ten Tails than divine tree, in my opinion. But he's basically just saying, like, I guess just like the chakra, whatever, instead of eating the chakra, he sucks up her chakra. I mean, they do call it devouring all life on the planet in reference to the divine tree. So, like, they use the word devour in this context anyway. But yeah, it just seems like this would just do whatever it's going to do.
2 chapters ago, they were calling Jura's wood style just normal wood style. I don't think that's actually true. Do you think Jura's wood style is just normal wood? Or is it altered or amped or changed in some regard? That makes Jura's wood style specific.
So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to respond by asking you a question then. Do you think Madara's divine deep forest emergence wood style is different from Hashirama's Deep Forest Emergence Wood style,
Yes.
then I would say yes. I feel like it is Divine Tree Wood style, like probably.
Okay. Would you agree with that as well?
I would say probably if I had to pick, I would say that Jura's wood style would be like Divine Tree wood style, like at least a little bit better than normal wood style. I wouldn't say it has to be the case, but I just think it would make sense. It's the same as the Tentails wood style spikes like thing. It's probably like, you know, a little bit different. Like,
Yeah. And I would say what Matsuri did to Boruto, she was using normal wood style there, not divine wood style, which is
no, it wasn't wood style. I don't think that the way it's drawn, that's not wood style. That's earth style.
it's like the same thing. Whatever.
No, it's not.
Basically, the
You gotta
same thing.
rewatch Naruto if you think earth style is the same thing as wood style.
Basically the same thing in this case.
No, it's not. One's earth, one's wood.
Earth style is literally in wood style.
Yeah, but there's no water style in earth style, hence the difference. Or one of the differences, anyway.
It looked the same, it acted the same, it was basically the same thing.
It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look the same. It looks similar, not the same.
You know
It
what?
doesn't
Fine, it
grow.
looks similar. I'll take that. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Like, one's like a bunch of rocks, the other one looks like wood. I mean, do rocks look like wood to you? If they do, then I guess there lies your problem. No, bro, does not look the same. This is clearly like
Oh my
rocks.
God,
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Okay, do you think when the Shinjuu devour their target, they need to be alive, regardless of how they do it?
it's implied.
I agree because of what Jura says about Kawaki when he knocks him out. Stay here, I'll come back for you.
Not only that, but like the whole Ishiki, I'm gonna keep you alive before I
Yeah.
feed you to the Tentails
Aspect, like, you know, and they say the Divine Tree devours all life on a planet, not all death on a planet. So I think they
Bro, we
need to
should
be
use that
alive.
against Mello. That's too funny.
What? what? I mean, yes, but like, in what context will that ever be?
I don't know. We'll
relevant?
figure it out.
Maybe. Oh, maybe the whole record thing. It absorbs the life on the planet, not the dead people of the planet.
That can work.
So yeah, Kaguya does not have Ishiki plus Shibai plus whoever's power in there, in her
Mhm.
chakra fruit.
When he said all life on the planet, including me, he said that after he's dead, he's not meaning right now. He meant at that previous time. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I don't, that whole thing's just weird. But
So with Sarada and Hidari, if Sarada didn't move and let Hidari just do whatever, you think Hidari would have killed Sarada there?
oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the move he's doing is a killing move, regardless if he actually planned on killing her or not, or if it would have devoured her. I was just bringing up the fact that that's not like a thing that looks like devouring of any sort. Like,
Well, no, it definitely wasn't going to devour her. I don't think that's the case at all. First of all, debunk there. Not debunk. Like, I just don't think that is what's happening there. I think he
well,
was
I
probably
don't
trying to
either.
incapacitate
I was
her
just saying.
and
That's
fight
why
her.
I said unless you want to say the Chidori is his method of devouring. That just doesn't sound right, though. Like, well, I can see the argument. It just doesn't feel like devouring at all. And then the Matsuri point as well.
Yeah. So the thing with Jura here, I think he's wrapping her up in the tree instead of taking her away or doing whatever, like we were saying last time, because of Team Ino not because of Himawari. So it could just be accomplishing both at once, or he's devouring her slowly in this case, or maybe he's going to turn her into a Shinjuu, or who knows. The point is he could devour her quickly if he needed to. Or wanted to, but he doesn't want to right now.
I don't know. I mean, like he's basically just like saying, I don't want to kill Team Shikacho. I just want to devour her. This is what devouring means to me. And then they just keep interrupting.
Yeah, but they're trying to save Himawari. So if Himawari is no longer able to be saved, Jura would probably think that they're not going to bother.
Well, Jura doesn't necessarily know what they will do, but he might. What are you trying to get at? I don't.
As long as Himawari is alive, he can basically continue to experiment with them. If he kills Himawari, he can only kill Himawari once, and he can't bring Himawari back. So might as well do that last to get everything he can out of this for now.
On one hand, yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, unless you want to say it's just him acting, he keeps repeatedly just being like, I don't know why they're bothering. Let me just kill her. You could just say it's an act to try to make them, to test them or whatever. But what he's saying is basically like, that's weird. Let me get back to it.
Well, no, but I think he is genuinely saying that. But I think that's why he's doing it. Because he doesn't know and he's trying to find answers. That's a question he currently has.
Yes and no. Like, on one hand, I agree based off past dialogue, but I also disagree. It doesn't feel like he's purposefully taking forever, because it feels like he's doing it quickly. He's just getting interrupted.
It's
I don't feel like it's that
with
slow.
Naruto,
I don't think
though. He's not
I don't think it's
actively
depicted
going
as
after
being that
Naruto.
slow.
He hasn't changed his target. He's prioritizing or focusing Himawari because she's new. He's gonna do Himawari first, then Naruto.
Yeah.
In this case, he's doing the same thing with Team
but I don't think
figuring their question
I
out before
don't think
Himawari.
he's devouring Himawari slowly, though. I don't think it's like being slow. I think he's doing it pretty quickly.
No, at the very least, he's sealing her away.
No, he's just. I think just when she's encased in the tree, it's just like he's devouring her. Like, I don't know how quickly when she's fully wrapped up. I don't know how quickly she gets sucked up.
What do you mean sucked up?
No,
sucked up where? How?
So just think about like the Divine Tree in the War Arc when it sucked people up.
Okay, so you mean drain them of their chakra, not move their body anywhere.
Yes, like I think it just like drains her dry. It's like a Divine Tree would. It's more or less what I'm expecting out of this. I don't think he's gonna munch on her.
In the War Arc, it's not doing that here, and she's in there for quite a while, comparatively.
Yeah, but she's not like I don't know. It's weird.
Well, the ones in the War Arc weren't fully anything either.
Bro, I don't really know. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not expecting the greatest consistency to Naruto at this point, but the point I don't. It doesn't seem like he's trying to be slow. I feel like he's just getting right back to it, like consistently. But I don't know how quickly the devouring process is. We wouldn't know because we haven't seen it.
He even says eventually the sensation will go away. Eventually implies not the short term.
Yeah, it's not immediate, but we don't like. But again, that could be 20 seconds. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 2 hours, like 2 days. We don't know the speed. It'll eventually happen. The point is that it's not instant. It's not an instant death. We know that much. But it doesn't necessarily determine anything beyond that.
Nah, bro, you're not saying eventually at the 20-second mark. That's crazy.
I think you could.
Eventually, this thing will happen in 20 seconds. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
No.
It could.
It could, but it wouldn't make sense.
Gonna make my. I'm eventually gonna make food, and like I very well might start in like 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Still makes sense.
Doesn't make
And you might say it's ridiculous, but it makes sense.
Well, Jura's a pretty ridiculous guy, so I guess you got me there.
Exactly.
But I feel like this tree
The
hasn't
best character in Vortex.
started doing anything yet. At the very least.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly how it works.
I feel like Himawari would have commented on the tree, or like a sensation or feeling or something. She felt
It
something.
might be a thing. So where it's not until she's fully wrapped up before it starts. Like,
Sure, but the tree's also slowly wrapping around her as well. Like you get like 3 different panels of it, like
well,
lifting her up.
we can't say how fast it is. Like, it's gradual, but it could be pretty quick. Like,
I think it's pretty slow.
we don't know. I mean, like, we just cut to a panel of it being like on her face.
No, bro. It seems like it's pretty slow based on all this.
No, it just pops out of the ground. It's already like 3 feet tall, and that's wrapping up. It's already at her freaking face in height. I don't know if that's necessarily that slow. Besides, we don't have a time frame. It's just 3 panels. Like, this could easily be pretty. We don't know. We have to see the anime for that. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, we will. We'll see how wrong you are.
Yeah, like the anime is gonna determine whether this is quick or not. Like, we don't know based off the manga. That's just my opinion.
Okay. I don't think he was trying to devour Kawaki when he wrapped Kawaki up in the tree. I think he was saving Kawaki for later, like you said.
No, but the Kawaki one looks different though, and how he's doing it.
Oh my god.
True.
I hate that though. That's the stupid thing to say. Plus, why would that wood style be different anyways?
I mean,
why would he not just use this wood style? Because that means he would
it's
have
the same
to...
as like, okay, the same as the ones when he stabs the people. It's just different. What he's doing is different.
That means he would have to undo his normal wood style to redo divine wood style later on.
Not only
around
that,
Kawaki.
though, not only that. Jura also just destroyed his wood style with a kick. So it could have been the same thing, but he stopped it with a kick. And it was purely for the purpose of trapping him. Like, hypothetically, if he didn't kick it, maybe it would have devoured him, but he stopped it before it got to that point.
But it doesn't look
because that
the
wasn't his actual
same.
intent. I agree, it doesn't look the same. So we don't know if that even would have devoured it. But like, my point is, let's just assume it was the same. It's also possible that he just stopped it early by kicking it.
My point is, pretty sure Hidari wasn't gonna kill Sarada, but it's still weird. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it implies that he wasn't going to devour her.
I see no
Unless
reason that
the Chidori does the
couldn't use
devouring.
claw crab hand.
Or he wasn't using the claw crab hand there.
Okay. He didn't use against Boruto either.
Exactly. So either that's not how he devours, or he wasn't trying to devour in either case.
Well, no, I think he wasn't trying to devour in either case. Especially with Boruto, because he did clash Rasengan and Chidori. So then why didn't he devour Boruto if that's... he hit him with the jutsu?
Well, maybe he has to... No, but maybe he has to stab Boruto for it to work.
Yeah, well, he didn't
Similar how
devour the
Jura has to wrap
Rasengan.
you up. Well, he didn't stab the Rasengan. Like, the Rasengan exploded the Chidori. So I mean, it just all depends on the specifics.
If anything, it's the other way around. The Chidori exploded the Rasengan.
I mean, it all depends on the specifics of how it works. I'm not saying I prefer the Chidori as the devouring technique thing. Just let me make that clear. Like, I'm just saying it's a possibility. Like, I think it's possible, but I think another method would be better to showcase devouring versus fighting. you know. But I'm just saying it's possible. But it's also weird. I'm not gonna lie. Matsuri thinks she wants to eat Naruto rather than devour. Like, Jura at least consistently says devour. But Matsuri's like, I want to eat Konohamaru. I'm not gonna lie. That's just weird with the tree method. Like, because it's not like Amato's saying the divine tree eats all life on a planet. Like, devour just works better, I feel like. But eat is too like much like, you know, that just doesn't like, maybe that is just how Matsuri's gonna do it. Like, she is just gonna bite them. It's possible that all of them could do that, but Jura just does his way. I don't know. But
again, that's what I'm saying. Jura could just bite her. He's choosing not to do that here.
well, we don't know what happened. Maybe it doesn't work because technically speaking, even though for the longest time it's felt like they really are more ten tails than they are divine trees, they do repeatedly call themselves divine trees over and over and over again. Boruto says it, they say it. They are allegedly divine trees, not ten tails. So biting might not do anything for them.
Divine tree,
Like, because they're technically a tree now. Trees don't bite. Like,
oh god.
I-
Tell it to
you know,
Venus
I mean-
flytraps, bro. What if that's how Matsuri does it?
that's more like freaking Bug's hand. It's really just a Venus flytrap hand.
I'm trying to think of this. No,
I
bro.
don't know. Maybe Matsuri will make an Earth style mouth that will bite.
Bugs is more like that Mario piranha plant.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Piranha plant. That's funny. Bro, what if that just is what if that was the divine tree? It just was like a piranha plant. It literally was just eating things as a plant.
Do you think at any point we'll see a divine tree burp like Samehada did?
That'd be so funny. And now I'm imagining the divine tree as like petty piranha, like the king of the piranha plants. Like, that just is a divine tree. It's just... It could work. I mean, it's kind of like the ten tails, I guess, but
I wonder what would happen if Matsuri came into contact with Moegi, like physical touch, or even if Matsuri ate Moegi, or if Matsuri like touched the tree, because technically, like, that is the claw grime that is doing this, but I don't know.
Matsuri eating Moegi would be hilarious. Like, when she just killed herself by eating Moegi. But that actually gets into an interesting point, because Jura says that Himawari will become nourishment for this tree, not for me, but this tree. So, and obviously, like, as far as we can tell, the claw grime that like bit Soegi just turned into. By the way, do you think Soegi is like the brother of Moegi?
No.
Is random. Anyway, that'd be pretty funny though. But the claw grime just turned into the tree itself that was wrapped around Soegi. So it's hard, and the same should apply to like Matsuri and or Moegi and Sasuke and Bug. So it's hard to think that like the Sasuke claw grime that turned into a tree is Hidari, like, 'cause the tree's still there, implying that like that chakra is transferred somewhere else, or it sprouted out a new thing. So like, if Jura devours Himawari with this new target, either it just transfers to Jura, or it just is gonna sprout out a Himawari divine tree. I don't know which it will be. But then if that's the case, how does that give Jura his answers? So it's I feel like it has to transfer back to Jura, but I don't fucking know, bro. Like, it's weird.
I mean, at this point, we'll just have to wait and see more.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else on that specifically. Unless you had anything more with that.
All right. I think that'll be good for that part. I'm gonna start making my food now.
Really, I was gonna end like soon, just not like nowish.
Okay, that also works.
Okay, there was. Cause I'm getting really tired. There was something else.
Like, we didn't talk about the actual things.
Okay, I'm still sharing my screen.
Why don't we do this?
I wanted to get your reaction.
Oh, okay.
To
I guess
this.
I will not leave.
Even if I disagree, I wanted to get your reaction to this.
Okay.
I'll let you read this. Or I'll even try and make it better as you.
No.
No? You might have to open it on your end. Because I can't make it not blurry.
I mean, it was fine before.
Okay, whatever. That's good enough then.
Yeah. All right, I already read it though. Wait, what's the? Oh yeah, or maybe Nani.
Hey, that's what the destiny was the whole time that he was referring to. Some
You know, actually,
sweet,
real
sweet
quick.
destiny.
I mean, this probably would just get into a longer topic, but like, okay, so Kurama presents two potential options, right?
Depends which
I don't
translation you
understand.
go with.
Okay. Well, no, in all the versions, he gets two potential options.
No.
He doesn't get more than two.
No, he combines two options into one in the Viz.
Wait, okay, what does he do in yours? I'll look at the other one.
Be up here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So one is, were you born with a fragment of my chakra? Or the blood of Naruto and Hinata flows through you? That's 2. Or is it fate? That's 3. So they combine 1 and 2 in the Viz.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was your destiny brought about. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So 2 or 3, okay. Well, okay, let's just go with 3 for now. Inheriting some of Kurama's chakra, fate/destiny, or just Uzumaki and Hyuga blood. I don't get how the Uzumaki and Hyuga blood is like an option. Why would they just randomly magically make Himawari have Kurama? Like, what is the correlation there?
I'm tired.
Like, the only option that makes sense is the first one. You were born inheriting a sliver of my chakra. That's why I came here. That's the only one that makes sense.
Well, why would he come here based on that?
Because his chakra is already there. So it would manifest around where it already was.
Okay, why?
Because that just makes sense.
That's not an explanation.
It's similar to how Ishiki's soul would just go to where his chakra is, or how, like, what do you mean? Like,
not where his chakra is.
Like, what do you mean? It's just like, we go back to the Mello and Bara argument. That just makes sense. Like, we don't need, like, that just works. We don't need some crazy intrinsic like, that just makes sense on its own.
Okay, so why didn't they go to the amber purification jar with Kinkaku and Kinkaku?
because that's for one, that's sealed off, and second, you could just argue Himawari just has more, which could be absurd, but you could argue.
That's not just that's absurd. That's more than absurd. That's just not true.
I would agree with that, but the sealing off could play a role because it's sealed off. Kurama just can't manifest her,
Okay, so why isn't
or if
Kurama
he
in
did,
Sora
he
then?
would just get B in the seal. Sora is not real. Sora also could be dead. But there's so many possibilities. Like,
Let's see, where else is Kurama's chakra right now? There's plenty other places, I'm sure.
none
Right?
that we know of.
Okay.
Besides potentially Boruto is a one possibility. But then again, Himawari could just have more.
Stupid explanation that is. Yeah, a more of a sliver fragment of the
Uchi.
chakra. Yeah.
Yeah, but Oodie, to be fair, Momoshiki rewrote 82% of Boruto. So that could just mean that Momoshiki rewrote 82% of whatever Kurama was inside of Boruto,
You know I hate
leaving
that
more with
explanation.
Himawari now. Why? That's the whole point, is that it's overwriting whatever Boruto has.
I wrote down why, actually, since I knew you were going to ask.
Okay. Would you like to read?
Yeah,
what you
I
wrote
would,
down?
actually. In regards to Momoshiki rewriting Boruto's DNA so he doesn't have Kurama, ... If they did write that, it's the most cop-out BS stupid excuse of writing I've ever seen. Why give it to Boruto just to take it away before he ever actually has it? Terrible. And Momoshiki shouldn't be able to absorb Kurama inside of Boruto anyways.
Absorb is, so I agree fundamentally. I'm doing this from a prediction standpoint. But second, the absorb, oh, absolutely. That's awful. God awful writing. Overwrite is better than absorb in this case. And in this case, though, it doesn't necessarily mean that Boruto lost all of it. He just lost 82% of it.
But he can't overwrite the chakra.
See, that's where it's kind of bad writing in that case, because Boruto still just like has Boruto things, even though he's overwritten. The overwriting just doesn't make sense for that reason.
Well, no, but like I don't think chakra
so you should
genetics
just-
are like combined. I don't think that's how that is working.
Well, Oodie, explain to me why Damon has Shibai's powers. Same with Ada.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why do they have some of Shibai's powers?
Because of what Amado put into them.
Okay, and what did Amado do?
At this point, we don't even know.
He transplanted DNA harvested from Shibai's remains onto Ada and Damon.
But what even
His
does that
DNA
mean?
basically sounds like karma to an extent. He basically just did what karma does.
Like, what did
in
he
a way.
actually do, though? Because apparently now Shibai might be a tree. Do trees have DNA?
Okay, two things. One, are you stupid?
And two?
Yes, they have DNA. Second, no, let's go ahead and assume that translation was wrong based off the other translations. But yes, trees have DNA, Oodie. What do you mean?
They're plant cells, not animal cells.
That doesn't mean they don't have DNA.
I'm not saying they don't. I said, do they?
Yes, they have genetic information.
Why are you so sure about that? I didn't say
You do
genetic
realize
information.
that
I said DNA.
99%, like 80. I'll go as low as 50% of your genetics classes are using plants as the examples of genetics. Like the pea plants and the wrinkled peas
I didn't
versus
say
the non-wrinkled
genetics.
peas. You know, the
I said
plants.
DNA. You know what? I don't trust you. I'm looking it up.
You know what DNA is?
Do trees have DNA? Different parts of a plant, such as leaves, roots, and petals, all contain identical DNA. That's weird because leaves can look different on trees. Isn't that weird, Kamui? Huh. Weird. What do you think about that, Kamui?
There's a
Or
lot of
or the
reasons.
fact that some dogs can have floppy ears compared to not, and they don't inherit that from their parents. What's up with that? That
Well,
thing that's
not a,
determined at birth, that should be like
Uh,
genetic, that isn't.
that has nothing to
Oh,
no, that
okay.
has
So why did I
nothing to
bring
do
it up
with
if it has nothing to do
genes
with
at all.
anything? Oh, that's weird.
Because you just don't understand how that works.
Okay, explain it to me.
So, floppy-eared dogs. 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me just do this on. That's so funny. Why did some dogs eat their? So, first of all, these are saying that they were bred, meaning there's a reason for it.
I don't know what you're looking at.
Hold on.
I'm looking at some nonsense. What you're looking at?
Breeds with. If they're bred to have a certain ear, Oodie, then they inherit it from their parents. What?
What? Not what I said at all.
You said they don't inherit it from their parents.
Uh-huh.
If we breed them to be a certain way, then yeah, they are inheriting it from their parents genetically.
Why are you just adding that?
Because everything I'm seeing online is how they were bred to be that way.
Okay, well, is my question online? Not the way you're looking it up.
Well, that it answers the question that you were wrong.
No, Kamui.
Why do they have
Kamui.
floppy ears? Because they were bred that way.
No, Kamui. If you ask me what 2 plus 2 is, and then I look up why is the sky blue, well, everywhere online is telling me the sky is blue because the ocean.
What is your question?
We're moving on.
What's your question?
We're moving on.
No, what was your question?
I already
Repeat
asked
your
it.
question.
I already did. More than once.
And repeat it.
I already have repeated it. I've said it more than once.
Repeated it again.
There you go. That's the question that you were waiting for. Or, well, the statement you were waiting for. And I don't want to.
Okay, concession accepted. Moving on.
I never said
Why
that
can't
I
I go back
wouldn't.
upstairs and not look at the screen?
Wait, what?
Okay, then do it.
You said, why can't you go upstairs and not look at your screen?
Because if I go upstairs, I am away from my. I guess I could just go on my phone and just not use the good mic, I guess, if you want. That works.
I'm confused.
Hold on. You know what? We're just going to do that.
Bro, I don't think you can just implement plant DNA into humans. I don't think that's how that works. I don't accept that. I don't think they can implement tree DNA into Ada and Damon.
All right, I'm just gonna use this mic.
Oh my god. Did you hear what I
Putting
said?
away the good one. No, I told you I was switching. I was switching over. I left the stage. Oh, hold on. Wait, there we go. Well, for a minute, I only heard out of one ear, and I was like, "Oh my god, don't tell me."
Shout out to
Okay,
people in
I'm
chat.
going upstairs.
I'm gonna read chat really quick. Were you able to see Naruto
Okay.
transform into his initial QB state within detailed compared to Himo's transformation. Yeah, we did that last stream. Pay station if you want to go check that out. It's like in the Kaguya fillers.
I don't think we
when
showed it,
Hagoromo
but
found out whatever the truth, they slowly get consumed and turned into jelly. They? You mean the people? Okay. Has Sarada used her Mangekyo
Jelly
yet?
flavored.
Unfortunately not. Sorry, Angel M. And I'm sort of like almost 20 minutes late to that, but close enough. Uzumaki and Hyuga genetics. I'd say it's because it's a special combination of genetics. Kurama could be arguing that since she's closer to Kaguya's genetics, that his chakra had the most affinity. And that's absolute nonsense BS. I already wrote why in here.
okay. Say it for me.
Yeah. Right here. Why would Himawari have more Hagoromo/Hamura chakra combined than any of her predecessors? And so, like, Naruto should just have more. Let alone Indra or Ashura. Let
Well,
alone
yeah, more
Hagoromo or Hamura. Let alone Kaguya.
Well, okay, so two things. By predecessor, I interpret it as he meant Naito's Jinchuriki.
I agree.
So he's not talking about Ashura, Hagoromo, and them.
Well, he would be talking about
So he's not
Hagoromo.
saying that Hagoromo wasn't the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, though.
It's iffy, but arguably he was.
I'm not saying he was.
Okay. That's fine. We don't have to include Hagoromo because all the other examples still count.
Well, no, because Indra and Ashura aren't Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Same with Hamura.
I don't care about them, and I don't care about him either.
So they're not predecessors in that regard.
I just said I don't care about them.
Then who are you caring about?
What about Kaguya? She
Kaguya
was
is
never
not
the
a
Nine-Tails
Nine-Tails Jinchuriki.
Jinchuriki. Okay, what about Zetsu? Black Zetsu?
Zetsu wasn't the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, bro.
Then what was he?
I'm not counting that.
Then what was he?
Bro, I don't think Kurama was a black blob. I don't know. Like, technically, Obito could have counted as it. Because in that case, but I don't think Kurama is referring to Black Zetsu.
Actually, now that you say that, this is a side thing. That's really, really, really weird. Because we get the mind space, but it's neither just Zetsu or just Obito. It's the combination of Zetsu and Obito. Was Kurama
Wait, what?
in the mix of Zetsu and Obito at that moment? Did Zetsu
Wait, what are you talking about, the mind
merge
space aspect?
into Obito? Like, we see Zetsu Obito inside of the, like, green water cage thing inside of the mind space with Kurama.
Oh. No, we don't.
Yes, we
What are you
do.
talking about?
Is this wrong?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You see Obito and Kamui.
Okay. That's not what I'm talking about.
Trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Do you know what episode it would be?
I just don't know what you're talking about at all.
Bro, yes you do.
What are you referring to? Like, describe the scene in general.
It's like right after Zetsu gets the Ninetales. I'm talking about this.
Okay, so when he's
You can't see my screen?
now I can.
Now you can. We
Okay,
see Zetsu
so
here.
when Zetsu steals.
We see Obito with Zetsu here.
Okay. So I'm just looking in the manga for quickness, but I'm gonna go look for when he steals it.
Do you have any idea what episode it would be?
Not in episodes. I'm just looking through the manga
Okay.
for now. Maybe I could figure out the episode.
Is it after Might Guy?
Let me do this first.
After 8 Gates?
No, but it would be before.
Before. Try 415.
Okay, it looks different in the manga. It's not the cage.
So what is it?
I mean, I get the general concept is it's just like a blue space.
Okay, well the point is that he's there,
I'll
and
send a
it's
picture.
neither one or the
Yeah.
other, it's both of them.
Yeah, that aspect, yeah.
I don't know when it is. It's gotta be somewhere around here.
I sent a picture.
Okay, I
anyway.
found it in the anime. Perfect timing. Yeah.
Is it the blue space?
That's so weird. You're finally mine, he says. It's so weird.
I don't know. Like, why is it even that space?
Because it clearly goes into just Zetsu. It doesn't go into Obito. Zetsu just latches himself onto Obito. I don't know.
Maybe it's because Zetsu himself doesn't just like have chakra. I don't know. I don't really know
Either way.
what Zetsu is.
So what's your explanation for Zetsu? He is a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki predecessor. You just don't count him?
I think Kurama wasn't thinking of him.
Okay.
I think Kurama was purely thinking about Mito, Kushina, and Naruto.
That's fine. Kushina and Mito are direct descendants. They're Uzumaki.
Okay, and where's the Hyuga genes in that?
So?
Well, Kurama seems to think the Hyuga genes matter.
Where does he say that? He doesn't say that. He doesn't imply
He
anything
literally
at all
said
like that.
maybe it's because of your What? He literally says maybe it's because of your Hyuga and Uzumaki genetics, that your Hyuga and Uzumaki lineage.
He doesn't say, no, he never says genetics, he only says blood. Nowhere at all, at any explanation, does he mention genes or genetics ever. He only mentions blood, and I mentioned blood. In fact, it's like the first argument I used.
Oodie,
And
do
he
you
says,
understand what they mean?
and he
when they
doesn't say
it's in their blood?
Uzumaki and Hyuga, he says Naruto and Hinata. Do you not understand I'm the one that used the blood argument?
First of all, do you realize what it means if it's in their blood?
Do you realize I
in their
also
genes.
said blood, line, and Kekkei Genkai, which we know uses DNA?
Do you know what DNA is? Genetics. It's all the same. They're saying the same thing.
They never said genetics. They never used that word. They never used the word genes. Not even once. They've only used words that I've used.
DNA.
Be mad.
DNA is Oodie.
They don't say DNA.
DNA is
They say blood.
genetics. No, when Haku explains what Kekkei Genkai are, yeah, he does mention DNA actually. You get
That's
the
fine.
DNA helix image, in fact.
I'm talking about Kurama. He says blood.
Yeah, if you say it's in my blood or you have Hyuga blood, that's saying you have Hyuga genetics.
He doesn't say he has Hyuga blood.
That's what that means.
He never mentions Hyuga blood. He says Hinata and Naruto blood.
Yes, he does. In Viz, he does. He says Uzumaki and Hyuga blood in Viz.
We're gonna pull up the raws.
That's fine. You can tell me which is correct. I don't care. I'm just going based off of what I'm seeing here.
I wish I didn't take this down now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this again now. Oh, I can't I'm gonna close down the raws. I didn't think we were gonna use them. I wonder if I have it shown on the stream.
I don't think we pulled up this page on stream.
I know I pulled up the raws on stream, but I don't think I pulled up that page.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. As long as it's not shut down. Okay. Let me... Oop. Okay. By the way, we're at like 5 hours, 20 minutes. We're gonna end soon. I did not want to keep going much longer. Okay, which
I know
page
this
is
was
it?
trying to avoid, but we got so derailed that it was kind of like we have to at this point. We're just too good at derailing. That's the sad truth.
This... I don't know where it is. It's so bad. Why is this right before?
Just try re-looking at the raws.
Here we go. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be like here. So that's gonna be the Walky Talky stream. Thank you everyone for watching. And
Wait, what? Why?
it says Uzumaki and Hyuga. And thank you everyone for watching. I'm glad that we could have this stream for everyone. Let's finish reading chat really quick. To reach her is his genetics was overright to a point he doesn't have.
Like how you always
Chakra.
want to end the stream when you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. My translations were wrong.
Yeah, but like I was talking about the correct translations. I don't know why you weren't.
You were using Viz. Viz isn't correct translations. Viz happened to have
wasn't this
correct
one.
translations this time. Yeah. No, Viz
It
isn't
was
correct.
correct
The
this one
translations
time.
are correct. Viz used the correct translations. Viz isn't the correct translations.
I didn't say Viz was. I just said I used the correct translation.
No, you
That
used
is all.
Viz.
No, I used the correct translation.
Nonsense.
It just happened to be Viz in this one case. Could be coincidence. It was a coincidence. But I was right.
You're not right.
Take that. I was.
Listen.
But anyway, I really don't think. I mean, in terms of like, what was the word that he used? The thing about, what was the word for like the match between Himawari and Kurama's Chakra? What was the word they used?
Affinity.
Affinity, yeah. In terms of affinity, sure, like the Hyuga and Uzumaki blood could play a role, but I don't think that should be why Kurama appeared in her. I feel like that should be like probably just the fact that he inherited some of her chakra.
No, I don't think it does
That's
play
my
a
opinion.
role because I don't think Hagura or Hagura or Kaguya have any part in that.
Part in what?
I don't think their affinity would be off the charts because they're closer to Kaguya. Or they are Kaguya.
Well, then the alternative would be like a personality, same wavelength type of thing. But like, Himawari being on the same wave like this Kurama is hilarious.
Well, no, actually, I don't think it's either of those. So we got 3 possibilities presented to us here, Kamui, and it could be something else, but it could be these 3. So Kamui, you know, we'll come back to this another time. I want to say I've had this planned since I've read it, but we'll come back to another time. Invincible.
Now I'm curious. You can't just do that.
Ikimoto's
Now you gotta tell me. You
responsible for the Nemu. It's where the dialogue, camera angles, actions, layout are from. From official sources, we know that Kishimoto has always provided story drafts / ideas and supervised. To say every written word is his is probably a stretch. Yes. Ikimoto got more than enough experience to write himself. Plenty of mangaka do it. Kishimoto checks the Nemu and checked Kodachi's script in the past, but he generally lets Ikimoto do. Note, this info dates back to early Boruto, so hopefully there will be more info in August. Image shows what the Nemu was like during Naruto days. It's from the second data book, or fan book. What is a Nemu? Manuscript. Okay. So Ikimoto is responsible for the manuscript, which is where everything freaking thing is decided. The dialogue, camera angles, actions, layouts. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, my joke that Ikimoto is the author now is just true.
Basically.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so Kishimoto provides the story drafts / ideas, allegedly, and supervises, but I don't think he freaking does much. But no, that basically confirms everything that we said. It's not just the art, it's literally the production value. Like, I literally mentioned the camera angles. Like, Kishimoto would never. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Bro, we need to save this. For any time we need to use this. I'm gonna pin this. Okay. I want to keep doing more Himawari Kurama stuff, but I'm too tired. And I feel like we could do it now, but it'd be too low energy, and I want it to be higher energy when we do it, so. There is one
Either
thing.
way, it's fine, I guess.
There's one thing I did want to cover. In your stream chat, Zukukato Tadomi had a very interesting comment. They say, Jura was reading Datara and Sasori memoir about art. LOL.
Yeah.
This is in reference to the Inojin aesthetics.
Yeah.
It's actually possible. Like, I'm pretty confident they did make a book in the novel. The Akatsuki novel. They went around, like, killing a village and making it into a book and arguing about what art is.
That's funny.
So, like, unironically, that might be one of the more popular books in Naruto verse. The likelihood Jura read that book is actually kind of high. So it would make sense. And hey, if Inojin is aesthetics, probably a confusing book, it kind of makes sense now. It all works together.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Because, like, it wouldn't make sense if Jura's reading a random home improvement book anyways. He's trying to get answers on Naruto. Where would you read it in? In an Akatsuki book. Exactly. It makes sense.
Slightly, anyway.
I think it's canon. Because I like it. Oh, also one more thing. Momoshiki and Boruto merge into one in the same way Himawari / Kurama have? Question mark? Because like their consciousness at the end of part 1 was like slipping together. I forget exactly how they described it, but like they were essentially becoming one being, almost merging together. At least their consciousness.
That's where it's a little bit less like that in the Viz version, but he does say that they are a single body and soul. So it is kind of implied to be similar to that, yeah. Which is weird. I don't think that's true. They clearly have a distinct soul.
I mean, do you think that's what is happening here, though?
I don't know, because it feels like he's saying that, but like what they're showing us does not depict that. Because if they were a single soul, there just wouldn't be a fox separate from her. Like,
I mean,
it doesn't make sense. They're clearly two different souls.
would you consider Kurama's yin half and yang half two different souls?
That's kind of tricky because it's like yes and no. Like they're two different people talking as two different people, but at the same time, they shouldn't be two different souls because it's the same person. Yeah.
We see in the ice dimension.
Feels like a shadow clone.
Okay. We see in the ice dimension that Kaguya can merge with nature. It's like hypothetically, let's say just like a normal earth tree has a soul. If Kaguya merged with that earth tree, what's happening? What's that?
I mean, you could just use her merging with the divine tree to become a 10 build, I guess. Like, what happened there? Like,
Okay.
like, did she just merge two things? Like, I don't know. Weird.
God. That might be everything that I want to do tonight. Yeah.
But then what do you think it does have to do with? Or at least what it should have to do with?
The affinity? We'll talk about that another time. Because that would take too long to get into now. We only have 6 minutes left. Driftings says that should make Kima and Boruto closest to Kaguya's Chakra TBH. They got like insane potential. See, that's the exact thing I was saying from the very beginning. It's again because like Naruto got Hagoromo and Hinata got Hamura's, and it's just combining the two. I don't think that means anything in terms of like getting closer to Kaguya. I think it just is special in its own different way. Again, it's the first time we've ever seen something like this. The combination of the two clans. Even if you want to say it, the eyes and the body coming together. The yin and the yang, whatever.
The reason, I mean, it's different with kids. The reason why they're saying that, though, is because of the whole what Madara did with Indra and Ash's Chakra thing. That's why they're saying that. But it's a little bit different for like making kids versus literally mixing them like he did.
Exactly. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's just been a thing for years, but Bravo, shout out Bravo, says Jura top 5 funniest antagonists. I agree. We should do that list.
That would be
interesting
to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, tier list, funniest antagonist.
Can you write that down?
Off the
I'll do it if
top,
you need me to.
we already. Yeah, write it down. My hands are full.
Okay.
But off the top of my head, you're definitely gonna have Ishiki and Deep up in there. Like they gotta be, especially for Boruto.
Got it.
Goes without saying. If we did Boruto only, we'd have to get some more Boruto anime villains probably because a lot of the manga villains just aren't funny. Like,
Yeah.
like Kinshiki's not funny. Momoshiki's
know.
really not funny.
Momoshiki's pretty funny.
Shojoji. What's the funny thing Momoshiki really did?
He laughs a
I guess
lot.
he's
just carefree. He
I
has
guess
fun.
well, okay, but
He's
that's
a little
different
goofy
from
with his
being
impatience as
funny.
well.
Momoshiki is a little bit like he says some like he throws out insults and you could say okay that's more on the funny side, but it's still not really the same. It's not as humorous as like when Hidari insults. I feel like Hidari's insults come across as funnier. That's just my
Okay,
opinion anyway.
but towards the bottom, we would
Um,
have the most deadpan, boring people, the most serious.
Yeah, I know. So
It was like a
Momoshiki, in
gradient.
terms of Boruto only, Momoshiki might be higher up there. Oh, Code would be, especially in the anime, Code would go fairly high up there. Ironically, Jigen and Ishiki is more like unintentional funniness. Their politeness is funny, but we'll count it. It's more than ow, but
Okay. Let's read these last few comments and then end since we're so out of time. Ikimoto and Kishi. So this is Invincible. Updating the thing of the interview in August. Ikimoto and Kishimoto are coming to France for celebration of Naruto/Boruto 2 Blue Vortex volumes releasing there. And after that, they are doing an interview about Boruto as stated by Kishimoto himself. Where did he state that? That's awesome. Only Ikimoto was supposed to come, but Kishimoto was interested to join him as well as stated. The motive of the interview is the promotion of 2 Blue Vortex. We're caught up on stream chat. So, why?
maybe that's when we'll get the reveal.
They're doing this.
How Kishimoto has been writing it.
They're doing this because Volume 2 is releasing in France. Man, why can't Kishimoto come to America for Volume 2's release? It's in America.
Also, why didn't they do this when it was just being released? Why Volume 2?
I don't
Why not like when 2 Blue Vortex was coming out?
That's hilarious. But I was sharing that the whole time. My bad. Stream. You're fine. Next time, tell me. Okay. Well, anyways, less than a minute. Kamui, any final words? When are we streaming next? Do you know?
I have no idea.
And over and out. I think I might have told you.
This is later than I expected.
Yeah, same. My wisdom teeth are on, I think, the 31st, and so I won't stream like the week after, probably next like 3, 4, 5 days. But yeah, that's fine. We'll just stream once probably in between, then maybe twice. I don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And over and out.
Yes. Over and out. Out and over.